DLP Report podcast, where we discuss all the latest happenings at Disneyland Paris. On this episode, we discuss the opening of Frozen, a musical invitation at Animation Celebration, all the offerings of the Christmas season, the 2 new seasons opening in January, Frozen Celebration, and Star Wars Legend of the Force, and then we'll take your questions. Hello and welcome to the second episode of the DLP Report podcast. I am here with Jeff from DLP Top Square.
Hello.
And David at Disney.
Hello.
From
David at Disney.
From at Disney.
Not at Disney anymore. But
David from at Disney.
Who just came back from Disney World.
Literally 3 hours ago.
Yeah. And he's awake. And Elliot from Elliot.
Always here.
And our special guest Bruni today.
You can't see Bruni.
You can't see him, but he doesn't talk. Well, he doesn't talk anyway, does he?
No.
He
makes
I'm
noises.
finding out a lot about this film that I've not seen yet today. He doesn't talk. All these other things.
Yeah, but that's not a big spoiler. We're not very big on spoilers around here.
He looks like
He's just
Pascal.
cute.
He just looks like Pascal to me.
He looks like what?
Pascal.
Pascal, yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
Bruni's got a lot of Pascal in him.
But we all know that they're the same universe because Rapunzel went for the coronation.
Or the coronation.
Oh. Is it though?
It's Rapunzel and Flynn.
Fine.
But anyway, he's cute.
He's
Very
cute,
cute.
and he's here. Today, our first topic is going to be Frozen, a musical invitation in pure tradition, and having a super long title that I almost forgot.
I keep calling it the Frozen Animation Celebration,
Yeah.
but that's not it.
I just call it
there's
animation celebration.
I'll
Right.
call it that Frozen thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go watch
the
that
Frozen
thing.
show.
Yeah,
I guess
Frozen
the
show.
Frozen
That's
show.
pure Facebook mom style. The Frozen
But it's
thing.
going to get confusing in January when there's another Frozen show.
The Frozen 1 show and the Frozen 2 show.
The Frozen,
No, the Frozen 2
Parade.
shows like
People are
it's
going
like
to call it the Frozen Parade.
it's like Into the Unknown, the journey of Frozen 2.
No, I think it's called Frozen 2 Journey into the Unknown. Or Into the
Same
Unknown.
thing.
These names are way too complicated.
I know.
I should have brought that press pack.
Yeah, Jeff,
Oh yeah,
you
you had a
failed.
really nice press pack.
It's a really nice press pack.
Yeah, you should gift it to us. Anyway,
I want
so
like the artwork from the front cover just like blown up and put on a wall somewhere. It's really nice.
isn't that the same as the posters?
Yeah, but the posters have the Anna and Elsa on them, and it's a bit.
Oh, they don't have anyone else on it.
No.
So you want artwork from the movie?
No,
From
it's
the
this
park
nice. It's this
without-
nice like castle with the snowflake thing and a nice hillside. It's nice.
All right. So Animation Celebration used to be Art of Disney Animation. Do I have these words right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a refurbishment forever. And I mean, they've redone a lot in there.
The whole thing's been
The whole thing.
redone.
Yeah.
Well,
Apart from the store.
The pre-show is mostly the same.
It's been like repainted or whatever.
Yeah.
Is there a video still before you go in? You know, it used to be Roy.
Yeah, it's
No,
a
right.
safety spiel.
No,
Yeah.
it's
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. So
Okay.
So really, I think the first thing that we talked about a little before the show is that the Frozen show, we're just going to call it that, is just one part of Animation Celebration. Your whole attraction, Animation Celebration, has the drawing classes, has the, I can't say that word,
Zoetrope.
I keep saying like Zootopia.
It has the whole Zootopia thing.
Yeah. And the meet and greet, which is actually called Character Spot, like at Epcot, which is kind of funny. You know, they
No, character spotlight.
Spotlight.
Yeah.
I'd called them because the Olaf meet in Hollywood Studios is called Celebrity Spotlight, I think. So they've maybe just copied that and brought it over.
Merge the two together.
And then so you have that lobby, which was a little cleaned up, and it had the
No, they've got the
camera
the lobby.
in the lobby of the show, so on the other
Oh,
side.
we've gone back already.
Yeah.
We've gone back. Sorry,
We're going
it's not that big. Come on, keep up. And the shop has been redone. I was a bit harsh on the shop. 'cause-
Redone.
Well,
yeah, I mean it's been like repainted, and I was just
Sure.
kind of like,
but it is still just. It's just a store.
yeah, but it's too bad because it has a really cool shape, like this circular shape, and it's
Yeah.
inside the hat. And I feel like they could have done something cool, but they really just made it quite generic. But
Is
I
it
mean,
all just Frozen stuff now then?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that was just, they just switched that out with whatever character was meeting back before.
yeah. I mean, I feel like there are other really good sort of like Disney art locations like Harrington's and the Disney Gallery and Disneyland Hotel has also a bunch. But
I think it's okay, but it's just It's
could
a
have been
boring shop.
It could have been nice to have to keep that little art point in the studios because studios doesn't have much culture. I don't know, you know what I mean? Is that I don't know if that's the right word.
Studios doesn't have much.
It doesn't have much, you know. It'd be
full stop.
interesting to see they could have some Frozen collectibles, at least a few windows of nice collectibles.
Yeah. But no.
Anyway.
I don't love Olaf's background. Honestly, I went to the cinema on Friday and they had a better background with actual leaves on the floor in the cinema.
Well, I had actual leaves on the floor.
Well, that's because of the media event, but I feel like it's a bit plain. It has brown walls, beige walls on your side.
It comes out quite nicely in the photos.
Yeah.
Have they moved it? Or is it still in the middle?
Opposite now.
It's in the
Oh,
middle.
so is it where all the art?
No,
used to be
it's-
in that cabinet?
it's in the little
So
cabinet.
they've taken that all out now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
That's
the
a
thing
shame.
is that do you remember the shape of that room? It's kind of like a long rectangle, right?
Yeah.
It's now not an old
Well,
rectangle anymore.
now they've kind of put the meet and greet, and it's got line bitty, fine, but it's kind of difficult to get from the Zoetrope to the Animation Academy. There is this meet and greet sort of thing in the way, and there's a little narrow pathway
I've
around
now
it.
got a big mural of the recent hits of Walt Disney Animation
Oh,
as
okay.
a curved wall.
So that's nice.
Is that like the
Drawing
Coco
Academy
thing and
has,
stuff?
like-
Is it
Yeah.
the Coco thing and stuff like that? That's pretty cool.
You know
It's
those
some
drawings they
beautiful
have
art.
outside? They also have them inside.
Oh,
so it's
they're
nice.
really nice.
It's a nice continuity. They've added some to the queue.
Thematically, everything's perfect.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
terms of the permanent features of the building.
Yeah.
I just think the Olaf meet and greet is designed to be when the next animated film comes out, that character will be there.
Well, it's
So-
that's what it used to be. They just changed the backdrop, didn't they?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they put anyone else.
But I
in.
feel like Olaf is going to be there for a while because he's very popular. He's easy
There's
to
no
do.
films coming out until
I think you just keep Olaf. People like
We
him.
could get some onward characters.
I mean,
Let's dream.
Is
That
Olaf
would be cool.
ever met at DLP?
No, it's his
Studios?
first time.
No. He was in the sing-along show. His butt is on parade. I say that because I remember I went with Axel to the New Year's parade rehearsal. We're talking 2 years ago, and they were just testing the floats, doing the filing, what they call the feel. I don't know what I'm saying.
timing.
Timings. I don't know. And there it was, the Frozen float without Olaf, but his butt was there.
Olaf needs help to stay on Sven.
But it's actually quite common for him to lose his butt because he tends to decompose a lot and roll around.
Decompose? You mean rearrange?
Rearrange. Gee,
Anyway.
that's why he's so good at charades.
Let it go.
Oh my god, sure.
So did
Right.
did any of you try to get Lineberry for Olaf when you were there?
Oh, yeah.
None of us
Yeah.
had any
Did not
luck.
get it.
No.
I mean, I literally on my phone I had the clock with the seconds, and it's 56, 57, 58, 59, and then I'm boom, and I'm oh yeah, ticket. There's some ticket, and then
It always
Nothing
says there's too many
happens.
people trying to get tickets. And
even
it says
nothing
they're all
happens, and
gone,
it says
yeah.
error, and then you do refresh, and then they're all gone.
Matthew got one on the day after.
I feel like a better way to do the line bitty tickets like that is maybe there's a 15-minute window, and everyone enters, and then it's just a lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do it that way instead.
Yeah, there are better ways to do this.
'Cause the problem is that building's not really set up for a long standby line either.
No,
Because remember,
it's not
Moana line
gonna
used to
be.
spill away out.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not
Outside
going to
and
stand
stuff
by.
like
And they
Yeah,
have
you
just
can't
a few ropes
Yeah,
to
it's-
There
handle
are
the.
they had to add ropes the second day because it was so.
Yeah, because people show up early or late
Yeah.
or something. Sometimes a bit of a backlog, but usually it's fine. But Lime Birdie, just to
Nah.
controversial topic, but it happens so many times that you go to Toon Studio and you have Pluto who's just basically waiting around for 20 minutes because either no
one's
one
there.
showed up or people came already and are done and they can't accept anyone else. The cast usually won't let anyone in because then it messes up with the whole system. So yeah.
think
I
that's why,
feel like pre-reserved times would be better.
Yeah, that's how they are at every other resort.
Well, just lottery. I think lottery is a good way to go for it.
I mean, without being controversial, at most other resorts they can manage the character lines better, so the lines aren't crazy long and they don't need fast pass or line break. But
Yeah.
because
At Disney World,
Anna-
those character locations are on the fast pass thing. On
A lot-
the
the majority-
Disney experience.
the majority of them aren't on fast break. So a lot of the indoor ones are, but
Yeah.
a lot of them aren't. And Frozen, on the topic of Frozen 2, Anna and Elsa, their new outfit day, the queues were half an hour because Disney Magic means that they've built that meet and greet
Oh, yeah.
So they've got so many opportunities to meet Anna and Elsa.
Yeah. And I
So
mean,
it's like-
I really thought that
I thought there'd be many
Disney Magic
opportunities
was going to
meet
operate
Olaf.
for Olaf. Yeah, and when you see like the room, I understand they wanted to get that
The
Toy Story
zoetrope.
zoetrope, but
It's
like if
so
you look
big.
at the zoetrope space, there's room there to be able to meet Olaf more often, if you know what I mean.
Because that zoetrope is huge.
It's huge, and it takes a lot of room, and there will be at least enough room there to have 2, if not 3, if you move a few walls.
No, I think
opportunities.
3 is a bit of a stretch.
Okay, 2, but I mean 2. You cut times in half, you know, and that would have been, and then the zoetrope could have been put somewhere else, like in the shop, for example, and then you could put the shop where Olaf is now, as in like a little, you know, and like a stand, because how much stuff are they selling in that shop anyway?
Nothing.
So yeah, I mean,
But the zoetrope is really good.
the zoetrope would have been
it is
great
worth
in the
saying
space
it's
of the
good.
shop, because with the circular thing, and you have doors, and I don't know.
Yeah,
That would
I
be
mean,
kinda
it is
cool.
worth saying that the zoetrope is really cool and really fun. And
Yeah, go see it. I was not convinced, and then I saw it. I was like, ooh.
I didn't even know it was. They didn't communicate on this, did they?
No.
No.
It was
It's
kind
a
of a
big
surprise.
surprise. Yeah. And it's a massive thing, and the way they play with the lights and things. If you're epileptic, please don't go. Like, do not do that to yourself.
Yeah, no.
There's a lot of flashing lights. But it's really cool how it works.
Yeah.
Should we like talk about
The actual show.
the actual show.
The
So-
actual meet and play.
So
it's-
you wanted to talk about the safety spiel though.
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
It's
What is
very
it?
fabulous.
It's this. What is he like?
He's like a
Arendelle,
guy in
yeah.
Arendelle costumes, yeah.
He's an Arendelle Palace guard.
I don't know, he's something.
He's more like the social events director of
Yeah.
the Arendelle Palace.
He's someone they found
We'll say.
backstage when they needed to film this video.
And he's very excited for.
That's right.
Well, we're gonna
Credit where credit's due. They introduced all of the like safety things through different drawings of the trolls, which are hilarious.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, they're fun.
the no kids on shoulders thing is like a picture of the trolls like piling up, and it is fun. Like,
Yeah. And it's well done. It's well
Yeah.
done. I mean, you're just kind of sitting there and being like, "What am I watching?"
It's
But,
only in
you
French
know,
though.
It's only in French. Yeah.
Please
With
don't take
subtitles.
flash pictures, you know, the usual sort of stuff.
Move all the way along.
And
Yeah,
sure
so,
enough,
yeah.
on the first show that I saw, people were taking flash pictures.
Of
And
course.
have their kids on
Yeah,
the shoulders.
And I don't know, because cast are usually pretty good at taking them down. Well, no, I'm asking for them. they just have a big gun and we like shoot a big like
Olaf flash.
a bit like a big flash at them. You know the big one they sell at Disneyland
Yeah.
Hotel.
I want that.
That would work. That would work. I mean, that would knock a kid off.
Yeah.
And also, kids sit on the railings. That's also like a big quest of the poor cast members who are like trying to get all the kids off the
I had
railings.
kids trying to sit on the railings in the front row, which was the stage.
Yeah, that happens as
So,
well.
in
So-
that first
yeah.
room,
So we should talk about the setup.
yeah, but in that first room, you know how you've got. So the way it works is you walk in, it's not just a big open space, there's railings and rows and all of that. It's not really clear that the very front of the stage, that's not somewhere you can stand.
Yeah, there's
Because it
about,
just looks like another row.
there's about 1.5 meters that you can't go to. Yeah.
Oh, what's did they not rope that off?
No.
Oh, so you can stand in until it's
Well,
moved.
it is
And
roped
then they
off,
do a
except
really
that the
stupid-
side has the disabled seating, which doesn't have a railing.
Okay.
So you could go through there and into the front.
On the
basically.
topic of disabled seating, there's a really dumb thing they do here.
Oh yes.
So the disabled seating in room 1 is on the very
right.
hand side of the stage. And you would think that you just go in front of the stage, into the next room, and into the next disabled seating. No, you have to go all the way to the back of the room, around the outside, and then back down to the front of the stage to the very far left of the next stage, and take your seat again. It's a really long way round if you're disabled.
It takes them a while to get there.
Yeah, it takes. By the time you're there, they're ready to start the show already.
Yeah.
If not,
I don't
already have
understand why
started
they
it.
didn't have it on the left side in the first one and
Well,
on
you
the
just
right
put,
side
you
in the
just put a
second one.
door, right? Or you
Yeah.
put a door at the very front row, and you let disabled people just go in front of the stage whilst
Oh, yeah.
the changeovers
But
happen.
I don't think they can for safety.
Yeah,
Because then you're really close to the set. And like,
Sure.
someone could fall or bump on the set.
sure. But
and
if you're
Oh.
disabled and or handicapped and you can't walk, it is the longest way round from room to room.
Yeah.
It is a really bad way to handle that.
But then once they're in the second theaters, they can just exit because they're close to the
Yeah, they
exit.
can just
so
exit.
That's efficient.
But the most time efficient, the time problem is between room 1 and room 2. You got to do that changeover pretty quick, and they try to.
I usually just barely make it.
Yeah.
For some reason.
You're taking photos after they leave.
I know, because I'm taking photos of Sven. Let's talk about Sven.
Yeah, they do this kind of thing where Anna's like, let's go to the next room, and she runs along and just starts the show.
That's what I mean, yeah, so you can technically miss part of the second room if you're a bit... If you're
they're pretty...
It's timed okay, but, you know, if you're standing on the completely right side of the first theater, it will take you a while to, like, shuffle through the other one. Also because, like, it'll be packed by the time you get there.
Yeah.
So you I feel like you gotta have to make a choice. If you care more about the second theater, then you should stand on the left side of the first theater so you can just go in really quickly.
First theater's the better one, though.
But also it's easier to access the right side of the first theater when you come in. So if you try to go on the left side of the first theater, chances are you're going to be behind a lot of people. But if you want to be in the front, you have to be on the right side, but then you'll probably miss out on
But then also, if you want to be in the front, you shouldn't go right by the doors when in the first room, because they'll push you down to the end. Right,
I usually just sneak in.
But you want to be in a better place, I think, for room 1.
Yeah.
Because of Sven.
Reindeers are people.
So it all starts with Sven, which
in the barn.
Who is the star of the show, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he is. He's amazing.
He's amazing. He's huge.
He's absolutely...
He
like
makes
a real
noises.
reindeer size.
He eats carrots.
Yeah.
He sticks his
He
tongue out.
blinks.
He moves his ears.
He dances.
Of course he does, it's Sven.
Yeah. He's really good.
He
That was really
dances
just
to
like
the-
such a great surprise. Like I was like, wow. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like blown away.
And the facial features are spot on.
And for, you know, obviously the theaters are what they are. If you've been to out of Disney animation, you know the size of them. That has not changed.
Nope.
So they're still small.
That has not changed.
It's
So
not small.
I mean, they're
They're
intimate.
But I think the intimacy is actually a strong feature. Of the
It
show.
does. It does. Because you feel like if you're in the front row, or even like most parts of the theater, but mostly the front row, I felt like Anna was talking to me. I was almost kind of like, you know,
me
fangirling. Like, I'm like, are you singing to me? Because they'll really look at you. They're literally 2 meters away from you.
Yeah.
So that's the meet and play part of it. I feel like is that not only do you get to interact with them because they teach you a dance and stuff, but also you feel like if you extend your arm far enough, don't do it, but you could touch them, you know?
And the characterization of all the performers is spot on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like they've got like
Christoph in most of the shows that I've seen was outstanding.
Anna was so
Anna was
exciting.
Anna's
Oh.
great. Anna's great.
Elsa's
Elsa.
characterization is spot on. That's all I'm gonna say.
Her singing
Right.
voice is...
Elsa.
Right, but we have to remember that these songs are written with Indina Menzel's vocal
Sure,
capacity
and
in mind.
even in Mickey and the Magician, Elsa is never the strongest character. Like, I'm sorry, she's
That's
not.
true. Yeah. It's a very
hard song.
It's a very hard
It's a
song,
really
and,
hard
and
song.
to be honest, like the Frozen 2 without any spoilers, but like the songs are not as intense.
Oh, I don't know.
Into the Unknown's quite intense.
Into the Unknown, you need to have that real sort of
Really?
Idina
I feel
Menzel
like
voice.
I could sing Into the Unknown, but I'm not gonna try. Into the Unknown more than I could sing Let It Go.
No, I think there's a lot of really high notes and things in Into the Unknown,
All right.
especially towards the end.
I'm turning on some lighting.
Oh.
It's getting really dark in winter.
Trying our best not to spoil the film for David.
I know David
Yeah.
hasn't seen,
Or anyone who's listening that hasn't seen it yet.
I know, but you know now it's Sunday, so come on.
Go see Frozen
But you have a
2,
good
it's
excuse.
really
You're
good.
at Disney World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have gone.
I went and
So-
watched Phantasmic.
Yeah.
It's a good film though. Like, I think you should see it if you
I've heard
haven't.
really good things about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Right,
Anyway,
back
sorry,
to
back
Mayfair.
to topic.
Back to
Um,
Disneyland Paris.
The sets, I think the sets are really great, especially the barn.
The barn is by
I
far
think
the
the
best.
the ice castle is cute,
But ice is just so hard
but
to
could
do.
use maybe a bit more detail.
It's a bit plasticky and
Yeah, but it has some cool LED effects in it.
yeah.
Yeah,
that
but the
they
barn
activate.
is quite... It's much more simpler to make it look amazing.
Yeah,
Which is good.
and Mario
I think it
designed
worked.
the wood things. Mario, what's his name?
Who?
From Twitter.
Mario.
Yeah,
Mario from Twitter, not
Yes,
from
not
Nintendo.
Luigi. Yeah, I was like, what?
keep
Luigi
talking amongst
Mario.
yourself. I will find this
So yeah, it's set
Mario. How do you say his last name?
check.
Greg. This was just a fail. What did I get into this
What
topic?
did you got?
It's
Mario.
Mario.
Graciotti.
Graciotti.
Yeah.
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 Hi, Mario.
He's a graphic designer, and he works at Imagineering, I think,
In Paris or Glendale.
in California.
Ah.
Yeah.
So, like, what actually happens in the first room then?
So you sing Rangers Better with People.
Well, you
Christoph sings Rangers Better Than People and like has a little chat with Sven. And then Arna's like, Christoph's like, I'm going to bed now. And then Arna comes in and goes, haha, no you're not.
We're going to surprise Elsa and bring all the villagers. Look, all the villagers. It's us.
Then the
And
lights
Christoph
suddenly
goes,
go
To the
on.
ice castle. Yeah. And then we all go to the ice castle and surprise Elsa with choreography.
Nice.
Yeah.
She doesn't act that surprised.
As you do, because that's a good surprise.
It's good, it's the 8th time that day. She's
Please, please surprise me with choreography on the next episode of the podcast.
And all be proud.
Yeah. Just walk into the studio and
Elsa walks in and goes,
Do
oh no,
a
why have you
dance.
brought me more people?
I
Go
will
away.
be very surprised.
So what songs from the film, right? Is it Rangers Are Better Than People, then Let It Go, and you said it was
So
Love is an
it's
Open
Open
Door, is
Right.
it, as well,
So
right?
about
So-
that,
So
it's three-
they all
songs.
sing "Love Is an Open Door," but it's sort of like repackaged to be "Not at All by Hands."
yeah, because
Yes. Well, they do
Because-
that in the sing along as well and stuff, and they do
Yeah.
that in the Frozen,
Yeah.
end of the Frozen one in California.
So all of the music is in English apart from Love and Open Door, which is like 40% in French, and then they sing the
Yeah.
last bit in English.
I
That
think-
moment, thank God.
Yeah, I quite like Love is an Open Door as a song to finish off on. It's like really
It's
upbeat,
Yeah.
high energy. Like I think it's a really good one to say bye to.
It's a better one to finish on than Let It Go, I think.
Yeah.
It's quite an ending kind of
Yeah.
cute song.
Yeah, I mean, for more reasons than one, it's better than there's a song after "Let It Go."
How long is the whole thing? Like,
About
not
20
including the
minutes,
pre-show. Like, when you
20
go in
minutes,
with
15, 20 minutes.
It's not
I
bad.
think each thing's about 10 minutes ish.
You're satisfied.
Yeah.
It's quite
It doesn't feel like a
show.
waste of time. Like if you've queued an hour for it, like
That's not
you
a high
wouldn't.
bar.
No, but if you've queued for it, like
Yeah.
after the show, you don't go, "Well, I just waited an hour and a half for that." No, you feel
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
feel good afterwards.
But I mean, there's definitely like this whole thing has to be put into context, and can't be compared to Broadway or DCA or the Sing-Along, because those are completely different products.
They're big scale shows. This is a meet and play.
Yeah, and it feels like it's definitely something that could evolve maybe in once the Frozen Land opens. That I'm hoping that we'll have something else from like whatever movie's popular at the time,
Yes.
and have a new meet and play,
The
and a
Spaces
new meet and
versus-
greet,
yeah.
and a shop. And
I think they could also, if they wanted to, in a couple of years' time, go, well, you know what, Frozen 2 was popular, let's just add in one song here somewhere, and it might work still.
They could also do, like Christmas time. They could add the songs from
they
the
could.
Christmas
Oh,
one,
yeah,
or
cute.
because
They have to do that in Frozen Land.
because not talk about Florida
Obsession,
too much.
Jeff.
They do. I watched the Ola's Frozen Adventure this morning, and I was like, look how amazing this looks at Christmas. This is easy to do.
Yeah.
Because not
And they need to install projection mapping.
They better have Christmas in Arendelle, or Disney's going to get a strong worded letter.
Well, it'll be okay if they don't do it year one, but year two, you got to do it.
yeah.
They might reserve it for year 2. But maybe not. You never know.
No, if it opens in like summer, then that's
No,
like.
I think year one you just keep it normal because it's still that kind of
Like
it's just
Pandora's
opened. You
getting its
want
Christmas.
people to see it
Yeah, Toy Story
Arendelle as
Land's
they
got
see it in the films. And
It's
et
going to
cetera,
be
et cetera.
all sorts of insanely popular. Like,
Yeah, it's
That
gonna be
land is
crazy.
gonna be
yeah, I
insane.
feel like they're going to have the, they're finally going to use the Star Wars reservation system. Land
Yeah.
open, land closed.
Well, they'll have to develop it in their new app,
Yeah.
so
Well,
that will be all
hopefully-
kinds of horrible.
Hopefully by then we'll have some advanced app capabilities.
It's less than 5 years away.
4?
3.
23?
21 is Marvel. 23 is
23 is
Well,
Frozen.
I'd say-
20,
I think 23.
yeah. They've
Really?
said 2023 for
It's
Frozen,
not going to take
25
them
for
that
Star
long
Wars.
to build it.
This is Paris.
I mean, if they start it next year, which I think is realistic, they might start it next year.
that's
They
three
I
should.
think
Yeah.
3 years to build the land is
Yeah.
probably about right.
But remember, they do have to do the lake in that time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just digging a lake.
Yeah, just digging a lake.
Yeah, but like if I've had a look at the environmental report, like there are so many considerations in building a lake. You have to, take in consideration it has to be like the waterproofing under the lake and how you're going to fill it up with water and what it's going to do to the animals and to the plants and the soundproofing and this and that. It's just like such a headache.
But anyway, at the moment they've sort of said I think in that initial press release about the expansion, they said 23.
Yeah.
But that's
They
when the
haven't
lake
said
opens,
anything.
right? As
Yeah.
well. So they can't really. They're not going to open the lake with nothing open around it.
No,
No,
they-
I mean,
pointless.
the one thing I was thinking is that they could actually open the lake as, like at Disney World. At Hollywood Studios, the Phantasmic area is only open for the show at night,
That's an
and
amphitheater though. This
yeah,
is
but
late.
you could still use the lake and load it at like 7 p.m. for the show, and then unload it and close the
with
park.
construction in the background.
I think having that like grand opening with
Yeah.
a lake and then you can see the castle
Yeah,
on the other side
yeah.
is going to be like
They'll
part of
want-
what
they'll
they're
want
aiming
that
for.
visual.
Plus, when
think,
Avengers
yeah.
Campus finishes, they're going to have extra construction teams because move those teams onto the project. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Avengers
Yeah,
Campus is going up relatively quickly.
exactly, everyone was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it's going to be so slow." Yeah, but look.
Well,
Well,
that's
this is
because-
the easy bit.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
they're building the outside bit. That's the bit that takes
it's like
time.
this place that we're in was new, and it took no time to have all the walls up and the whole building to look fine and be topped up, and then it took it a year and a half to do the inside.
Yeah,
Because that's what takes a long time to do the fittings, and obviously it's an attraction, so it's gonna have to have whatever ride system put in the sets.
I'm
And
so desperate to know what the ride system is.
It's
I know
Ninjago.
it's weird, right? It's
not
like
just-
big
not just-
boxes with a
It's just
window.
like it's the same as the Ninjago ride at Legoland Windsor. It's the same ride system.
All right,
Is it?
group trip to
Really?
Legoland.
I thought it was like something coming over the screen.
it
It's
looks
just like you
there's
said,
some sort of
you said a
screen.
big box thing. I don't know why
Yeah.
I'm doing hand gestures on radio. But then and you go around and the Ninjago ride in Legoland, it's like Buzz but with no gun. So you like throw stuff and it picks up your hand gestures. It's just like the same
All right,
same
so
ride
when are we
system as
going?
Spider-Man.
Oh, we need to go to
And it's-
Legoland.
We need to do
and it's-
research.
Just
Yeah.
okay, all right.
I know. So
Did not
yeah,
know.
but the problem I've got is it feels like it's just gonna be like another Buzz Lightyear ride.
But I
You know what
think
mean? Like,
I actually think the
popular.
coolest
I know,
attraction
it's
will probably be
popular,
Rock and
yeah.
Roller Coaster.
The what?
Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
And
I think
until we get if we get the e-ticket in like 10 years, and maybe that Rock and Roller
it's
Coaster.
likely.
Yeah, but Rock and Roller's going to be like the. But I guess it's quite good because you need a family ride.
Yeah. I mean,
And-
absolutely.
And Studios always feels like it lack that a little bit.
Yeah.
If everything seems to have a height requirement in Studios, even Toy Story Land, most of
Yeah.
the rides in there.
I
have
think
that.
what they'll do is they'll finish the expansion that we know about,
Yeah.
then get rid of Motors Action because they won't need that capacity then,
Yeah.
and then maybe build the Avengers.
I think Motor Action was gonna go by the time that Avengers Campus opened.
Really?
More
I don't
action.
think they will keep it after that.
Motors Action, I feel like they're like begging people to come and watch it, and nobody knows
They
where
are,
it is
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Because the last time I was in the park, there were like people standing outside the tram tour, cast members basically saying, just shouting, people come and see the show because like
Yeah.
you have to
it's
walk
down
all
the
the way
little alleyway
around,
now, isn't
Yeah.
all the way around the back of Terra Terra to even get into it. So nobody really knows it's there.
Yeah.
Then,
I mean, it's I went a few months ago, and
I've never
just
seen
because
it.
there was nothing
You
else
haven't
to do.
seen it?
Never
And
seen
it's
it.
actually quite
You should go and see
entertaining.
it,
You
yeah.
forget that it's actually a good
I've
show.
I've been on the set so many times.
running through it.
It's been running for 15 years now,
Yeah.
or 17 years, or whatever.
It's
I mean, it was
because
better when they didn't get rid of all the other bits, like the jet skis and things like
Yeah.
that. But
Wait, they had jet skis?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's really good back in the day.
that was like, what was that show we saw at Universal?
Waterworld.
Oh yeah, well that's a different level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Animation Celebration, good job.
I
Yeah.
think it's a much better use of the space than what was previously occupying it.
I mean, the one that was here
Yeah.
was like really outdated anyway.
Yeah.
Oh
They had
yeah,
to
I
do
mean,
something
it
with
was
that.
just useless.
And I'm sorry, like, you
So-
don't dub Walt Disney in French. That's just like
Nah,
offensive.
Yeah,
Like,
weird, yeah. But
You
also,
know,
it's
it's-
going to be interesting to see what happens when they remove, those facades that
Yeah.
are basically hiding the whole side of the building, because that building is not really nice.
Which building?
On the Animation Celebration building, like on the left side where you have the queue,
I don't
they
know,
have
I
those. They have those.
I heard that something would be done to the exterior in the next few months, but
But because
we'll
those
see.
facades are going to come down, they can't keep those.
No,
with
so
that.
what they're doing down there is they're doing this whole garden path thing.
Yeah,
I don't know how that's gonna work with a massive orange wall.
exactly.
for
That's what I mean.
Animation
Yeah.
Celebration, but
So do they?
they will
need-
have
That's
to go
why.
down.
That's
They're
why
definitely
someone said to
going.
me that the orange will be changing.
But maybe they'll just do like like some trees and plants.
We need
and, like,
some more concept art of this.
a planter
lake.
that's high enough. to
You
sort
are
of hide
not
the
gonna
queue.
get any for a fair while.
Probably D23 next year.
No, I think
Where
Well, D23 is in 2 years.
2 years, 2021.
2021.
Oh my god.
The Paris tends to just get it not at D23.
Yeah, we get
Yeah, but
nothing.
there was
it'll be
nothing-
a media expo thing. I think.
Each park wants to keep their announcements for themselves. So unless you're a US park, nothing comes out.
There'll be a time where they have to close that path. I don't know when it's going to be. It's also going to make the Rendezvous Gourmand really difficult for them to do for a bit.
Oh my
Well,
god,
it's still going to be on Place de Remy. Maybe
Oh,
they'll put some into the studio.
so that means you
Well,
have
unless
to.
they
room
do
there.
the production courtyard, maybe.
It literally means you're going to walk through Studio 1 to a wall. Like,
yeah. Oh
yeah.
my god, you're going to walk through Studio 1 and hit a wall.
But do you think they're just going to do that bit last?
No, they can't
okay.
because they have to make it into the garden path. And we know on the 5th of January that
that's
tram
when
tour
the
entrance is
construction
going.
starts.
That's, I mean, they'll just put a wall in front
Yeah.
of tram tour initially.
Well, the wall's going to be back there first. I feel
Yeah.
like early January, the wall's going to move to include that cafe, and all those things on
Cafe,
that side.
Cascade.
Oh, is that what Cafe
No, Cafe
is? Oh, is that what Cafe is?
Uh,
Okay.
What do you mean? It's the round thing that's in front of...
Yeah, every time I see it on the menus thing, I'm like, Cafe? What is that?
Yeah, it's called Cafe.
That is dumb.
Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why.
Yeah, there was
One
a
of
debate
those
going on
things,
Twitter. Are we
yeah.
going to lose the flat facades?
Yeah, we're gonna lose the flat
of
facades
course,
for
of
sure.
course.
you
Yeah,
have
that's
to-
going.
yeah.
Yeah, that's going.
Absolutely.
It just might be for me. The big question is not only that garden alley.
But is
It's
the
also
gar-
like
is
what's
the
going to
garden
happen.
path going to be like dirt? Like
No,
like-
no,
No,
it'll be
Luxembourg?
No. And I think actually there. I don't remember. I can't remember who said what where,
Tom
but
Fitzgerald, probably.
I feel like there is a secret idea and a secret project for that path that we don't know.
Oh
about.
yeah, same.
I think it'll be somewhat like the what do they call them? The Gardens of
Gardens of
Imagination.
Imagination, in Shanghai.
Yeah.
I think
But I
that's
think
kind of
there's
where
going to
they're
be. I
headed.
think there's going to be more than that. I think it might be a little bit of a
University Street.
Effling has their sort of like fairy tale forests where
But
you
it can't
walk.
be too much like that because they're going to want you to walk into the park and see the ice castle in the distance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
there'll
that'll
be
be
like
the-
there'll be
that'll
like
be the icon.
pockets on the right and on the left,
Sure,
where you
yeah.
like walk down like Snow White's garden and you have like
Oh yeah, because it's print. Oh,
yeah, because it's princess themed.
Yeah.
So you'll have like
Spoiler.
But
so,
yeah, they'll
so
definitely
you'll have
want
like
Arendelle.
maybe we'll have like a mini Rapunzel tower like the toilets in Magic Kingdom.
well no,
and-
because they're putting the spinner in from Tokyo.
they are.
Was that all?
Oh, the Rapunzel. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Where?
Next to the lake.
Yeah, what happened to
Oh,
that?
on that.
Yeah, they were
right
gonna announce it and
back.
then it never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the bottom right corner.
Oh yeah, the
No,
the-
it's
no.
like
so maybe that will
it's
be
like on a like it's like from the plans that I've seen. They're still probably available, by the way. It like comes out onto the it's like a walkway on the like it's actually on the lake.
So what if the garden alley is actually like
Princess.
the studio's answers to having kids rides? What if there's like a
Maybe.
Rapunzel spinner and like a Snow White's little thingy and
The Rapunzel spinner is like on the lake.
right, but maybe that's the end of the path. Maybe it's at the end.
Anyway, it's gonna be still really cool walking into the studios and seeing
Seeing Arendelle.
all at the back. That's
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
are
cool.
we gonna see it though? Because I think
Yeah.
we'll see
You'll
the
be able-
mountain.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
point.
see the
But the
mountain.
castle is going to be like to the side
Sure,
and like
I-
facing in because that's how
Yeah,
it is
but-
on the.
And the mountain's a weenie.
Yeah, but
right?
you can see
Yeah,
like
it
what-
Yeah. Well,
pushes
you'll
towards
see
it,
the
that's what-
mountain
yeah,
with the
yeah.
ice
Yeah.
castle on top
Yeah,
of
you'll
the
see the-
mountain.
you'll see the
So
mountain.
you'll see like the North Mountain.
Whatever happens, it's going to be really cool walking out onto that lake, and once you get to the end of that path, you're going to see Arendelle, you're going to see a bit of Star Wars.
That's gonna be
It's
the
gonna be
weird bit
really
because
cool.
Galaxy's Edge and the other two parts is quite removed from the
Yeah,
other.
but I
There's
think
like-
it
there's
will
like-
be as well.
there's
You're
like
not going to
tunnel.
see Star
Like,
Wars.
Are they going to build?
you'll
a
see
tunnel?
gonna see
you'll
something.
see
You'll
Black
You'll see
Fire
some-
Outpost.
You'll see some like sticks
Yeah, you'll see
Yeah.
something because they want to draw you to it, but
maybe.
But are they going to build like the transitions from the lake to the land? Or just
They
going to build like an
must.
archway that just like you just walk through an arch? And you're
No, I
sitting
think
there
it'll be more like a forest
That's a-
that you walk through and
That might be
then
cool.
go
Yeah,
through, yeah.
kind of needs that as well.
I think it will have something. I can't
Well, because
imagine.
I remember on this environmental thing, like the shores of the lake are going to be really interesting. Some of them are going to be sort of built up like Epcot. Some of them are going to be natural, where you'll have like some gardens that sort of like fade into the water with like some bamboos and some, and there's going to be different levels of like terraces, sort of like crossing each other all around the lake. So
And
you'll
they want
you'll
to
be
run
able
a
to
parade,
sit
of
and you'll
course.
be able to like
Yeah.
they'll have some viewing areas, but they'll have also some pathways you can
The
go around.
restaurant.
They have the restaurants. I think
Oh,
there's going to be
restaurant.
there's going to be
Restaurant
tons of things.
We're booking for the restaurant, right, on opening day.
I just
Yes.
hope it's a dinner show.
Well, it could be because if it's looking out onto the lake, you could sit there,
No, but
have your dinner.
Oh, you mean like
Evening show.
No, I mean
see it from the
the
castle?
light,
Or you
like-
mean like a show inside the castle?
because we know what the theme of the restaurant
Is
is.
that the Tiana one?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. You
Oh,
know
this
that.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
There's,
you mean
no,
like
is
that.
there two?
There's a few.
Yeah.
I think the restaurant has like 2 different levels. I think it's like a quick service and table.
It's gonna be really cool.
But from the plans that I've seen, Tiana's place actually looks like Tiana's place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a big,
It's like
boxy.
Yeah.
It looks like an old theater type thing in the movie, right?
So basically, the studios is gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Last time.
Yeah. Whenever it's going on.
6 years to go.
Oh boy.
But Galaxy's Edge was announced 4 or 5 years ago and it's flown by.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Disneyland didn't need Galaxy's Edge, whereas the studios needs everything.
Yeah.
It needs everything now as well. That's part of the issue. Not
Yeah.
anime.
Well, we'll talk about it on season 5 of the People Report podcast.
Yeah, it will be like
talk-
season
The
5.
special, like, Studios Expansion opening recap.
We should record it in the park.
We should
Next to the lake.
And
We're already planning this.
a former brand of podcasts, our most popular episode is the one that we recorded inside the park, so we should do it again.
Oh, we could do it
I was
Frozen
not part of
weekend.
We could do it for Frozen Weekend, yeah.
I'm so
In
You come to
January.
Frozen weekend in
What's,
January?
what's Frozen Weekend?
Frozen
Yeah.
Celebration.
January 11.
No.
11. Nah,
Probably not.
it's cold.
It is cold.
It's gonna be cold, but it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna
yeah.
be amazing.
It'll be
We should
fun.
talk about Christmas at some point as well.
We are, and we're going to talk about Christmas after the break. What should we listen to?
Can we listen to something Frozen?
Ah.
Are you going to play it into the unknown or something?
No, we already did the
No.
last one.
Let's do.
Well, I kind of want to play.
When we're together.
I kind of want
That's
to
a
play
Christmas
that
plug.
that Olaf unreleased song.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, which has a name that I just can't.
Unmeltable or something.
Sorry,
Unmeltable Me.
Unmeltable Me.
Yeah.
All right. So,
That's a good song.
I love the Christopher Nolan one that got cut.
well, maybe we can play that one later.
I like the one with Cohen.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Over to you, Olaf. We'll be back.
Hello, and welcome to my show. Yes, I'm belting, well, not melting, even though I'm made of snow. Perhaps you may recall, I once needed my own flurry, but now you need not worry. Who can handle this enormous candle, unmeltable me? Who's not sweating this sweltering setting, unmeltable me? Yes, Elsa's powers grew, and it's a whole new situation. Because of our relation, I now have self-refrigeration. Who is present, but not liquescent? That's right, I just learned to read, and I like the big words. Unmeltable me, who's super cuddly and not all puddly. Unmeltable me, who's inexhaustible, undefrostable, humble and fun. It's unmeltable. Oh, thank goodness you're here. Grab a seat. Just about to bring it on home. Me.
Hi there, and welcome back to part 2 of the DLP Report podcast.
Thank you, Elliot.
Taking you through the night.
Smooth sounds.
Smooth vocalizing of Elliot from Elliot's. We are back. We're going to talk about Christmas. So,
Noël.
Noel.
That's
Yeah.
what they say.
Okay,
It's not a
fine.
Christmas parade.
Sure.
What?
Yeah. Christmas is here. Noël.
Oh, never realized.
Do you not listen?
Anyway,
so
let's talk about it instead.
It's 2 episodes, which is kind of frustrating, I think, for everyone.
Well, we
So
can just merge them into one now.
right, but I think for a lot of guests who have booked to come on like November 9th or whatever, 5th, 6th, 8th, whatever the first weekend was. It's frustrating because you only get half of the stuff, and it's not really obvious. I mean, it does say if you open every little
Terms and
things,
conditions.
tabs on the website, show starts on the 15th, show start from the 15th. Okay, but
They didn't start on 15.
But they didn't because weather. But if you haven't really paid attention, it's kind of frustrating because you're like, oh well, I've seen half Christmas season. But
And normally they can kind of get away with it because the main thing people want to see are the Christmas parade and the tree lighting. Except this year,
there was no tree lighting.
there was no tree lighting.
It was the same last year.
Because
No,
it's
it wasn't.
linked.
Last year they ran it. From
It's
day
linked to
one.
the waltz. That's why.
Yeah. Well, last year it
Because
was
the
linked.
princesses have to attend the tree lighting this year, so they couldn't do it until the princesses were ready.
for reasons.
They're divas.
Why couldn't they just why couldn't they just run the old one for a week and then bring the new one out?
Because they'd have to still train a car.
Because
That's
Louis
too
and
much
Rosie
work.
had to. Show
Why
up.
have they got to be in everything? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
break the tree because they're dumb.
Honestly,
Louis is the dumbest character.
Louis should have been sacked like 3 years ago.
I know,
He's the most
yeah.
incompetent
Now
person in the
he
world.
has to get a little girl or boy to tell him the princesses because he still hasn't freaking read the thing.
Have you read the fairy tales?
He's frustrating. Well, Christmas Parade is Christmas Parade,
It's awesome.
Same as always.
right?
It's
Same as
amazing.
always,
Rest
and
in
you know,
peace.
in the next section we'll talk about Star Wars: Legends of the Force, and the Christmas Parade has the same fates, so enjoy it. And
Oh, it's the last year.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
getting
I do have to go for Christmas.
We're
after
getting
all.
a new one.
um,
We are getting a new one. It's
Wow.
coming back.
I had an exclusive conversation with Kevin and Jodie, the designers of the new Christmas Parade. This
You have
2023.
only mentioned that in every podcast since
every
D23.
single episode. Even though technically now it's only episode 2, but
They were very excited.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed that it didn't happen this year like it was planned.
and I have a theory about that. You know how we're not gonna say their name, said that it was gonna be a nighttime parade. What if the new Christmas parade doubles as like a nighttime?
What is that like? How Star Wars just put some lights on it.
No,
Turn them on at
that's
5
what they did
o'clock.
last year. They did this. They did one Christmas parade last year
3.
at night.
Oh, was that the press?
No,
was
just
it,
one.
was it
It
press
was a
week?
press
wasn't
week.
Yeah, the
It was
press
3.
week, yeah.
No, it was one.
They ran it 3 times.
They ran it 3 times,
Yeah,
but
that's what
only
I
once
meant.
at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have Stars on Parade at 12, which I wish was every day.
That was one day
I
in
know,
the whole
but it was
summer.
the
Oh,
best.
that
It was the best thing
Yeah,
ever.
that was fun. So Christmas parade is what it is. It's cute.
It's really good.
It's
good.
really good.
It's good. Good song.
I
good
love the
everything.
song.
A lot of
With
our
good energy.
I
friends.
don't know why they need to change it. Why is this a priority?
Well, but see, they're changing it. But could it be like a change, like the Viva la Vie, where they kept the song and added the show stop? Because the song's only
No.
two years old.
No,
Yeah,
I think they'll
no,
change the
they're
song.
changing a lot of the floats. And
Apparently, the costumes are gorgeous.
Was one of the floats not quite new?
Yeah, I mean,
The toy one, right?
Yeah.
It was only a couple of years old.
And
right,
the
but that
skis.
toy one was
It's
just
got- yeah, is that
not.
not-
It was just not.
It's too high.
It's
Is
just.
that the one the nephews stand
I
on?
mean,
Yeah.
the second,
Oh, yeah,
the
that
second
was
year
it.
they had to like redo
Bring-
it
yeah.
because already it was too weird.
Yeah, so the nephews are too high, but even worse is Pluto in his kennel.
You
can't see him.
You can't see him because he's behind the snowy thing.
Maybe it's because we watch from the front row every time, but maybe to guess to
No,
us.
I don't. But even then, you know.
Well, I mean,
The nephews can
I
never
feel
get
like
the
in
picture.
recent years, Disney Paris has had issue with heights. Like they want to make tall floats, but don't put the characters on top. Like Anna and Elsa, I'm sorry, but like it's really hard to connect with them in Stars on Parade because they're literally like on a 6th story of the building, and all you see is like their head and hands sticking out. And
the best ones are things like Mickey and Minnie. That's the perfect height.
yeah, and there's nothing in front of them. There's no because of the way they're
Yeah.
Yeah.
doing cardio on their bike.
Cardio.
And yeah, they're like doing
Choreo.
cardio. No, they're doing
Oh.
cardio. It's like
Cycling.
you know those like sit down bikes at the gym, isn't that?
Yeah.
What, yeah.
Like I go to the gym.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
man.
this thing doesn't do anything, does it? Or does it make some of the gears move?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Question. We should ask Mickey or Minnie.
Yeah. We need to podcast with them.
Anyway, right. So Christmas parade.
It's great. It's still great.
It's really
good.
good.
It's good.
But
It's good.
I hope next year's worth the hassle.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really hassle for
Not
us, is it?
hassle. Yeah.
I don't see why it's
I mean,
a
it'll be
priority to change it.
right.
It's a-
Exactly.
it's a
I don't
weird-
To be
understand.
fair, they've been running this
Fine.
parade for like nearly 11 years.
Yeah, but like,
But
but
no.
it's
It
good.
was
But when they changed the song,
8
it
years.
did make the
No.
parade feel new
Yeah.
again.
No.
Like I really like the new song.
2013 was the first year of this parade.
That's nearly 8 years.
No.
Yeah, but that's not a lot for a seasonal parade.
It's
That's
6
a lot
years.
for a
Christmas,
day,
Christmas Fantasy's been running for God knows how
right?
long.
And I mean, like, and Booter U's been running since
like,
like
1995.
1955. I
They
don't know.
don't talk about the electrical parade. Either.
It was running when Disneyland opened, and they moved it to Magic Kingdom.
However, as Disneyland Paris does need some marketing material for the next few years, and it is quite.
Desperate.
But does it because Christmas sells itself? Like
You
literally,
say that, but
It does.
Christmas.
Christmas is always full. Like all the Christmas weekends,
Yeah,
like
that's
it's already
true.
a mess today. Like it's still November, and already like it's impossible to get through security. So many people are coming.
It's true. It's
The hotels are sold out. It's just a lot.
But I think it's still nice to have something new for guests.
Yeah.
Like, I
Or
think it's
remind me
okay.
of the price in the hotel. Anyway, so
What hotel?
we'll talk at the
Okay.
break.
Secret trips.
Secret trip. Tree lighting. So
I didn't see it, but I've watched it on
You
YouTube.
didn't see it. It was awful.
Well, no, because they put me in dinner instead, which was
I wonder why.
yeah,
Hide the press from the tree light.
it kind of shows like how much faith they have in that show.
I mean, they hid us from the special surprise Mickey for Christmas as well.
Ah.
it's not bad in terms of like it does what
What's
it's
there is cute.
it does what it's supposed to do. It lights the tree. Now we didn't get, you know what I mean?
That's a high bar.
That's I'm trying to be.
Minimum
like-
criteria, check.
I'm trying to find the positive in there.
Do the tree
Bear
lights
with
turn
me.
on?
Bear with me.
Yes.
So that's that. And then the only thing is, because we didn't get Christmas lights on the castle, because castle refurbed for some reason, but it hasn't started, but they still couldn't put them on because reasons. And I was hoping that we would get some amazing projections on the castle for this show.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
No.
Do not do anything.
Well,
No,
do.
I mean, it's sort of
like
like-
a star that goes.
Yeah.
Da, da.
Yeah, it's sort of like, yeah.
Oh. Like the dreams. Is
But
it
the problem-
Dream Star?
For me, the problem
No,
is
yeah,
that the
that's
not- No,
Christmas
projected
without
star.
the
Ah.
Christmas without the castle lights,
Yeah.
it misses something. I'm sorry,
And they
there is
said-
something missing.
And they said also that they would have
Can we talk
special
about-
lights on Main Street and on Central Plaza and all this. Well, but the lights are the lights from the nighttime show.
Can we talk about the like?
And the garlands are the garlands from.
Can we talk about these rave garlands?
Yeah,
But let's talk about the castle
Let's
lights
talk about
first.
it.
yeah.
Let's
Let's
jump.
finish that. Let's finish unpacking or
Talk about the tree lighting
repacking the
first,
tree lighting. Well, I don't know. It's just they're bringing
all-
out all the royal couples from the waltz
But the
who just
show-
stand there
The
like
show
pot
is
plants.
6.5 minutes long.
Yeah.
So you have to wait because to get a good view for this show, you have to arrive an hour and a half before to get a good spot, especially at this
You
time.
have to be front row or
Yeah.
because you can't see
Yeah.
it if you're.
And
can't see
then
anything.
the show is 6.5 minutes long.
But why do they have to? I don't get why they put princes and princesses in it. It just
Yeah.
feels a bit pointless.
Because all they do is basically smile at the audience, look at the tree. Smile at the audience, look at the tree.
Have they had some like marketing research that says that people just want to see princesses everywhere? Or is this
Probably.
other thing? They're just trying to
they
cram
are,
it in
they
every
are
show
very
they put
popular. And you know, our Princess Pavilion sucks. So people are very hungry for
Yeah.
princesses. I know that sounds kind of wrong, but
But I think
don't eat the princesses.
I think just Mickey, Minnie, and Santa. It's a pretty
And,
winning
and
combo.
the carolers.
Yeah, it's a
And
winning
I think
combo.
like that float could be rearranged to be even taller and have no one at the bottom. Because if you have a really super
Right,
tall
yeah.
float that sort of like wraps around a tree, some sort of like circular thing, and you have them everyone on top, like just a huge platform on top. Like no one cares about the bottom. You know, like people who are at the front, they'll see them up there, and
Yeah. And
and also so the garlands. I'm good.
Yeah,
Well,
they
hold
are
on.
special.
The garlands. I want to say like the garlands are good.
In the day.
They're
They look
good.
better in person at night because
In
they
the
look really
sense
tacky in
that
pictures.
they
So
are.
tacky.
But I think the garlands are good in the sense that they have good technology.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the technology is not used properly. They're too bright and the colors are weird.
Yeah.
And the two
Some of them are
fast.
cute. Some of them are cute. But the
Yeah.
programming, I don't know who did the programming. If
It's
it's
just-
like, Emmanuel did the programming.
I said to Ben last week when we were stood watching them, I said it's like like a kid gets some lights and you go, ooh, okay, and then you just turn it up to the fastest possible setting and you go, this is amazing. So
Yeah,
that's what
so
they've done.
The idea of the colour theme is meant to represent the story of Sleeping Beauty. So
Oh, really? That's not obvious.
Yeah. So the main colours are red, blue, and
That's a story?
yeah, you don't know that.
No.
So the main colours are red.
Who told you that?
People I know. So the main colours are pink, and there are a lot of princes and princesses. So the colours are pink, green, and blue, and multicoloured. So the idea is it's a battle between fauna, flora, and many-weather to set the garland colours.
That is not obvious at all.
No, that just seems like someone's just made that up and told you it. Yeah, that's their-
Yeah. They,
Well, no,
they-
because
they're far too fast.
after someone told me that, I did see it because you see them go
Sure,
blue,
but
red, and pink.
They are
and then-
way too fast.
No, they are.
They
But
are.
The idea is it's like they're fighting over changing the colour of the garlands.
Yeah, I don't like it.
it just looks a bit.
Okay,
They look a bit cheap. to
It
me.
could work if there was some audio or some
Yeah.
kind of like
If it was if
narration.
the changing of the colours and things was a lot slower, it would work.
Yeah.
but they are just like constantly flashing, and you're walking down Main Street going, "What?"
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But I mean, the technology's cool, so keep them. But maybe like programming can be
The programming for the parade is good.
reviewed. Oh yeah, you did like that.
I love that.
I remember I was standing there waiting for the
It
parade.
was really cool.
Yeah.
Like they've programmed it so that the colours of the garlands match the parade float that's going
That's
through.
That's
Cool.
very cool.
That's cute.
That's a good idea.
But to watch the parade from Main Street, you have to arrive an hour before.
So at Videopolis we also have Let's Sing Christmas.
Let's Sing
I didn't see
Christmas.
this
Yeah.
either.
It's cute.
I've got a lot of stuff to do.
I feel like it's better. I didn't realise the show was every day. I just thought it was weekends only.
I
no,
thought
it's
it was
back. It's every day
weekends,
now.
yeah.
It was
it
last
was
year.
But
last
at the
year
weekend it
weekend.
doesn't it have extra singers from
They have
performing
the
arts?
performing arts choirs.
Yeah.
So they sing all the songs from Dreams of Christmas. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
Mysteries of Christmas.
And Donald is joining this year.
The big band,
Yes.
you mean?
No, also Let's Sing Christmas.
Okay.
Oh, whereas before it was like Mickey was everywhere.
It is the Christmas
now
of Donald.
Donald's arriving too.
Nothing
Donald is
Oh,
everywhere.
he's going to be under the ticket booth next to the ticket.
Yeah, checking your AP at the end.
So the Royal Sparkling Winter Waltz
I love
has
it. I love
arrived.
it so much.
You love it?
I love that.
It's the Princess Waltz.
I
Well,
love the
so
Princess Waltz.
it's not the Starlight Waltz, but it's not the Christmas Waltz. It's a new kind of waltz.
Yeah.
It's generic.
And they say,
Right?
look at the Christmas trees, and then they just do the old show.
Yeah, it's a bit generic, but it works. I think
My
it works
dress,
in terms of
course.
like.
Check.
But they've used like some of the audio extracts from the previous shows, but not all of them. It's a very
Basically,
like
all
a
of it is
weird.
pretty much the same show.
Yeah.
In a different order.
Yeah. But it works. I mean, you know, you
Louis
want
still
to.
pretty.
hasn't read his fairy tales.
It's one of those again.
At least
Same.
the content.
People are very eager to see princesses and princes. in
And
this good
like
way.
the lighting is gorgeous in this show.
At night, it looks really cool because
Yeah.
the trees kind of glow, like the
And the
metallic,
light shine on them, yeah.
like weird metallic trees. Which again, who designs Castle Stage? Because, wow,
Shoot them.
yeah, the same person that does the garland apparently.
Does the princess show have Christmas music in it?
No.
No,
Well, it's just like the
There's some Christmas trees.
swishy princess generic
Yeah.
waltz music.
It's
Yeah.
I see a princess in
like
you.
swish,
Because,
swish,
like-
swish.
I understand-
That's one of the songs on the show. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Because I get that we got the Stitch meet and greet because they cut Stitchmas.
Yeah.
The Stitchmas was like a Christmas show.
Yeah.
This isn't like
It's not a
Christmas.
Christmas, no,
it's just a
because that's why it's
princess
called the
show.
Winter Waltz. You know, they didn't say Christmas Waltz.
But they do say in the show, look at the Christmas trees, and then they move on.
Ah, so
Yeah.
it's Christmas then.
The waltz is always going to be a crowd pleaser. We were
Yeah.
in the front row crying on the first day.
Oh boy.
Was not.
I'd be walking straight past it on the
I was glad I saw it. It's not something I'm rushing
Excuse
back
me,
to.
try to get a Space Mountain.
It was on, but like that almost exact show was on for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the 25th,
But
never ending 25th.
You know, I think like there's not a lot of ways to do princess. Actually, there is if you look at.
Yeah, you just put some nice Christmas waltzy music.
What is
Yes,
that show from Magic Kingdom, the Friendship Fair?
Oh, but that's not a princess show.
Yes, I mean
I mean, it's full of
they
princesses.
work
It's got
in
Rapunzel,
they work in
Tiana,
Tiana, Rapunzel,
Anna and Elsa.
Why couldn't
yeah, and
But that's different kind. That's like a show that's going to run for 15 years that has a huge budget, whereas this is like a
But
one
why
season.
couldn't you like put the princess actually waltzing to like the Nutcracker or something?
I know.
That's Christmas.
There's a lack of Christmas music this Christmas season in
It's a bit
all of the
weird.
shows.
Can you say Christmas sells itself and then don't put any Christmas in it? It's a
There's
bit
no
weird.
Christmas in the tree
Yeah.
lighting. There's no Christmas in the wall.
And then you like turn the tree up to like 11, just like going, this will flush them out.
At the studios,
Surprise Mickey is back.
Surprise Mickey is back. So Surprise Mickey is back in red version. So the stage last year was very much tailored for Goofy's Incredible Christmas. It
I
was
miss
blue.
Goofy's Incredible Christmas.
I don't.
I liked it.
I liked it. I liked it year one. I
It
didn't
was
like
very
it year two.
festive. What I liked about last year's Christmas was it was like a attack of festive. Do you know what I mean? Like everything was
yes.
like pure Christmas everywhere.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
like
feel that this year.
you just have to like Goofy's Incredible Christmas. You just had to go back to studios like
True,
an hour
after the
before
parade,
closing
yeah.
and just like
I mean,
wait on that dreadful empty plaza
but
forever.
when I went last year, the show was open 10 till 6, and with big band and with the
Yeah.
surprise Mickey and with the mini meet and greet and with the rubbish Dilly Ding Dong thing and the cinemas, the studio
yeah.
theatre.
And the Yves Gourmand, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Studio
the
had
studios
way
were-
more
and
last
it was-
year, yeah.
and it was still open. The whole
Because
park was still
that was the
open.
marketing campaign. Christmas now at studios.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this year we slimmed it back. Like, they
Yeah,
can't.
about what?
But
They don't even
surprise
have a Christmas
sorry.
tree this year. They used to have a Christmas tree outside Studio One.
No, like last year.
I don't know about last
No.
year,
I
but
don't
in
think
previous
it was
years
last
we
year.
definitely have had one.
Tree for Renan Vajra.
Okay.
Get Christmas trees. Christmas trees are great.
So surprise Mickey pretty much just the same as last year for during the day one.
I mean, they've changed the
Exactly.
Happy Birthday Mickey song. Obviously, has changed.
They cut all the gags as well.
Yeah,
They now have
Donald doesn't like come
fans
up with his picture and like go,
anymore.
look, I did this. It's just there.
In the background.
They now have like fans instead of cast members.
No,
Some cast
the
members.
cast members are still there. I thought the fans broke the believability.
Yeah.
I want
Because
Oh,
they're
they have
all-
like fake fans getting involved
Yeah.
in it. Oh.
I'll be
Yeah.
one of their fans. I know the choreography.
But when I saw it
So
and I
that's
saw the
kinda
fans
weird.
get up, I was like, oh, I don't believe
Because-
this anymore.
They
Yeah.
reserved. So do you remember when the surprise Mickey had the Infinity area for about 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So that an area of that size is now reserved for these 3 fans to stand in their oversized Mickey hats and everything,
Oh, what
like,
to play
with an
behind.
ACC. So
With a
it's
bum
like-
bag
with
and
a-
all
yeah.
this kind of stuff, like really stereotypical.
That's like what we all go to the parks in. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but it's nice to have the show back, and Betty still does her bibbity.
She has a
babbity.
wand now.
Hmm?
She has a wand, a magic wand.
She has a wand, yeah. And
She's
someone was really offended to be like, "Is she a fairy?"
And the good thing with having those fake fans, though, there is one minor good thing: is at the end you notice that there are more dancers.
Yeah.
Like that stage is full of people in those
Yeah.
movie costumes.
Yeah.
But really, the showstopper is the holiday extra special 5 minutes. Only the last show of the
Still haven't
day.
seen that.
And
I
it's really
thought they
fun
were
because
gonna
they're all
be,
like sort of like modern Disney songs. It's like Christmas is better with
And they have
you.
pirates still.
You know, it's like it's good. I think it's nice because studios always had that like sort of Disney Channel vibe, so it fits. I think. And there's a bit of pyro. They definitely reused the budget of pyro from Goofy's Incredible Christmas. They just blow it up like closer to each other at the end.
Yeah.
So it's good. And Big Ben is back. Also good. Donald without his hat.
Love that show.
Big
Bald.
Band's the best
Bald Donald.
entertainment for Christmas.
Yeah, I think Big Band is one of the best things they've done in Paris for a long time.
But I wish they just do it in studio theatre so they could still have Mickey the Magician.
And just make it Big Band beat for the rest of the year. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because I don't know if I'd want that show all year long. It's nice to have it seasonally, and then you get excited to like have it back. I don't know if I'd want it all year.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's good enough.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously.
It seems like it's better every year. They're adding stuff
Yeah.
to it every year as well. It's like the opposite for Disney shows. Usually start big and cut
Yeah.
every year, but this one they started a bit smaller in the.
And it's
in the
really
opposite.
amazing that basically it's like a cardboard box that's put on top of the
Yeah.
Mickey and the Magician sets.
Is French Sinatra back?
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah. So yeah, no, it's a great show.
Yeah,
Great
all
show.
the
really
cast,
good
a
show.
lot of the cast in that show come back every year for it,
Yeah.
so it shows them a good
And
time.
it's so
Nice
talented,
one.
it's so good.
Yeah, it's just a
Such
really
great
fun
singers
show.
and it's fun.
And
Yeah,
they
and
sing
the
Christmas
outfits.
songs.
Yeah.
The outfits are so over the top. I mean,
love
It's
you
just
know,
an explosion of just festive.
Minnie's outfit,
Yeah, you get Mickey
Daisy's
playing,
outfit.
Mickey playing the drums. It's like
Yeah,
the best
I
thing
mean,
ever.
everyone wants to see Mickey play the drums.
It's
It's
really
always a
good.
crowd pleaser. Yeah.
I love that
It
show
packs them
so
in
much.
as well. Like that show's really popular. I
Yeah.
think it's people know it's good. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really good.
So you know,
come
One
a
thing it
long
does
way
need
from its
though
video
is
blast days.
articulated heads.
yeah. But the problem is that they have so many characters now that you need to have everyone
Yeah.
But it's come a long
You're like
way.
and Mickey and the Magician can have it because
There's one.
it's only Mickey. I think that's easier.
Yeah, it's come a long way from Videopolis.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Just using the 25th anniversary outfits.
Yeah, but like I think that was so they've always tried to do this kind of big band show. They had the Jingle Bell Boys, and then they had something
Goofy.
else, and then they just landed on this one, and it just worked for them.
Yeah. When he moved to, well, you know, I mean, the question
Well,
is, why not put it in studio theater? Sorry.
But the Jingle Bell Boys and
Yeah.
things never had the same pull. People saw the Jingle Bell Boys and stuff like that on the program and just went, "Yeah, it's nice, but."
But
was a nice
last
thing to
year,
watch while
last
eating your
year is
food.
the year that it moved from Videopolis, right? Like it started
but
3 years
even
ago,
then-
and then last year it moved. But they moved
Sure,
it to
but
the
that
Mickey and
first-
Magician Theater. Why not move it into studio theater? It's so empty.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
sure, like, but that first year, you know, when they did it in Videopolis, it just there's something about it that just worked for people, and then that's why they scaled it up.
There were queues far
Yeah.
out of Videopolis.
get
It was
like an hour
impossible to
before.
get in there, and then
I
people
didn't
were
see it
eating.
the first year.
Videopolis is always the same problem. You have like people eating in there, and the
We
tables take so much room.
Yeah.
But we went and bought a burger just to watch it because we didn't want to queue.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, fair.
It's
That's
it's a good balance of like Disney characters and like it's a more adult show as well. It's like a whole
Yeah.
family thing as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
It's not kiddie. It's quite like sophisticated for a Disney
Yeah.
show, I think, as
Yeah.
well.
I
That's
agree.
what I like about it.
And it's fun. It's like it's a bit camp and it's fun, and so yeah.
But again, for the season, it's just so right.
It's
Yeah.
the best bit of the Christmas season.
And it works for the vibe, especially in the studios. It really works for the studio's vibe.
Yeah. So yeah, Christmas this year definitely scaled down a bit,
Yeah.
but I think they have all their showstoppers. Parade, Big Band, Surprise Mickey, Sing Christmas Princesses.
Yeah.
But
You're only going to be disappointed if you've gone last year.
I liked.
The
I don't think it's group. I have a real problem with the tree lighting ceremony not being that great,
Yeah.
and my biggest problem is that the castle lights just don't exist.
yeah.
Like I have a real big problem with that.
Yeah.
We probably won't have
It
castle
was
lights
such
for
a
3
weird
years.
decision because obviously they're not doing anything with it now. The only thing I could think of is that maybe they're working on mapping it for architectural reasons, and they're because if they change the turrets, if they like we just saw in Imagineering how they made the Magic Kingdom castle. This thing is like Lego. I mean, ours is as well, just like the one in Hong Kong. They can probably just get a giant crane and lift those turrets and just put a new one in. So maybe that's why we can have the lights, because they're working on that. But it's too bad. They could have waited a couple months. Come on, it's not that urgent.
yeah.
I mean, it is urgent, but
It just doesn't. It
at
doesn't
this
feel
point,
like Christmas. Like if you're on the hub and you're waiting for illuminations or whatever you're waiting for,
Yeah.
it just doesn't feel like Christmas.
And also, can we have those like dreamlight looking things back? I like that much better than the cages. The
Yeah.
cages look so ugly in the day,
yeah.
and the dreamlight looked like icicles.
And the amazing sort of the hub lights and the trees around the outside.
We use those a lot more these days.
Well, next year, we don't know, because next year maybe I'll be under tarps. So.
Yay! Just to make 2020 even better.
Yeah.
I know, right? Yeah. Well, as fans, we have to really. And there's questions. I saw questions about that for our last segment. There's going to be questions from the audience.
We're going to need to persevere through 2020.
Yeah,
guys.
2020 is going to be. It's going to be a tough one, but hey, we still love a little park. It'll be definitely lots to see when it comes to construction and all that. So
If you want to go around the world next year, is your time.
yeah.
So was it 2015 that was really rough? I mean, 2015 there's walls everywhere. Like Frontierland, the whole
Yeah.
Frontier.
Oh yeah, when they
2015
throw those big
Discoveryland,
yeah.
Discoveryland was all
15
rough.
was rough.
Yeah, it's
that
gonna be
was
like
tough
that
one.
all over again.
16 wasn't great either.
Cool.
Well, all right, we're going to take another break.
And on that note
On
of
that
optimism,
note, yeah, when we come back, we'll talk about like a little bit
Future
about
season.
January. But I mean, there's not that much to say. But we'll talk about January, Star Wars, Frozen, and also a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and we'll have questions from the audience, which we have a lot now. And what should we listen to?
ooh, it has to be something Christmassy.
Oh, it has to be something. Okay.
In true Disneyland Paris Christmas season spirit, we'll just not play a Christmas song.
We
Well, I
could do
wanted
this
to find.
festive
Do you
version.
guys know what that song like "Christmas is Better with You" is?
No, I think
Yeah, it has to
new.
be. Is new? Is it original? No.
we could do a festive version of When You Wish Upon a Star. That's fun.
Okay, well,
Is that from Lady and the Tramp?
No.
we'll have a think and we'll play something Christmassy right now. That's the magic of broadcasting. All right, see you in a bit.
When December comes, there's a change in the air. Season filled with cheer, so you better prepare. Decorate the tree, gotta deck out the house. Grandma cooking up a storm, everybody gather round.
When December comes, go and watch the lights. Remember being young, they shine so bright. Putting out cookies, milk, and carrots tonight. Hey, patiently waiting for Santa sound. Now gather round. Bells are gonna ring. Little drummers with their drum go. Choir's gonna sing. It's a holiday for you and me. Christmas is better with you. Holidays with the Mickey Mouse crew. Celebration down the alley. Tell me what it means to you. What it means to you. Christmas is better with you. Holidays with the Mickey Mouse crew. Celebration down the avenue. And it wouldn't be the holidays without you. Christmas is better with you. Holidays with the Mickey Mouse crew. And it's better with you.
And we're gonna do January, exactly. We're already back on the air.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back to
Hello.
part 3.
So it's called When December Comes, that song. It's from Surprise Mickey, but it's really from the new Mickey Mouse Club that, according to Elliot, failed.
Well,
I mean, it did fail.
when did you ever see anything from it?
Yeah, what was it?
Exactly.
Was it ever on the air?
Yeah.
I
they
know
tried
it was
to-
a web
no, it was- Yeah, they
series.
tried to do it on YouTube. They tried to make it a thing, and it didn't.
I feel like that could be good content for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Okay then.
We only care about it when it's Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake.
Just shove
Yeah, but
everything
those
in.
stars started somewhere.
I know.
You have to give people a chance.
It's got good pedigree.
It does.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cool.
And Christina Aguilera.
I know, yeah. Who still like loves the company and comes and sings at D23.
Well, she's a Disney legend now.
I
Yeah,
love her.
I know. She was like crying, accepting her speech at the panel, and it was the purest thing.
Oh, did you go to Disney Legends?
No, I watched the stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No one went to that. Did you go? Did
No.
you go?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
we
glad I
went-
didn't because half people didn't turn up this year anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we went to
the shops.
the Dream Store, I think.
Yeah, we
yeah.
did.
Priorities.
I was just spending money on spirit
I
jerseys.
spent so much money.
I went and
Anyway,
dropped
sorry.
$300 straight away.
So January.
So January, two things start on January the 11th is Frozen Celebration, which really is just one show.
Well, all the Pirates and
And
Princess
some-
was just one show.
and snacks and
No, Pirates and Princesses had the Pirate Show and Adventure.
And Benny
Just
Sophia
trying to
and
be-
Sophia the First.
Yeah,
our
and had a
queen,
Princess Promenade.
Elena.
How can you forget Hoist the Flag, matey? That is like the
No,
highlight.
Hoist the Flag
Mateys.
Mateus.
Mateys.
Mateys.
The days. So yeah, I mean,
Well, no, because
I think it's shipping up to be nice.
If you
That'd
look
be
at
fun.
the official press release out there, you can see that they have a musical imitation, Elsa singing a Mickey and the Magician, the scene in Illuminations.
Well, Elsa singing
Yeah,
Mickey
okay.
the
And
Magician
Stars on
from
Parade.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah, that's what Elena says.
it's a new like parade routes thing.
Like, they're never disappointed with these.
And
parade
Central
shows.
Plaza, they're going to use the stages. They have new costumes. Some are good, some are weird.
Yeah, I don't
I just
understand the.
I just want them to have the
Things.
new characters that I'm not going to name in case you haven't seen the film.
What is it? Frozen 2 themed? The
Yeah.
parade?
It is
Yeah,
all
it's
Frozen
actually
2, so you have to watch
yeah.
it by January.
I'm gonna watch it in like 2 days. So that's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, we don't know much about it except there's a new float with Nook.
It's a gorgeous. That's the name. That's the
Oh,
name.
yeah, that's-
yeah.
And the little thing from Anta Holland on the top.
I feel like you can only say that word that way. Nook.
No.
Nook.
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 He's the.
Ice Horse.
I was not going to say it because then David's going to slap you.
It's
well, no,
in the
we
trailer.
knew this already.
Fine.
I mean, you assume that I watched the trailers, so yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Have you watched the trailer?
No.
Well,
here
you
we
have to assume you've seen
Yeah,
the
I know.
trailer. So
Yeah,
It's
okay.
alright.
Trailers are fine. And then I think they're going to get off the floats. So,
it's going to be interesting because
So
Anna and
Anna-
Olaf are in the little ice boat.
but
Well-
why? Like, does Anna not want to be on the big float? I mean, I guess it does. I guess it makes sense because Elsa is the one. But is Elsa going
Elsa's
to be
gone to
alone?
Anta Holland and she's on the top.
So what?
In her
But is there only going to be Elsa on that float?
What
No,
part?
No.
Anna's on the float.
No, Anna's behind with Olaf.
No,
No, they're on the.
she's on the boat.
She's on the boat.
I have the picture.
Oh, that's like the back of the float.
No,
No, it's on the front of the float.
it's
So
in
wait.
the middle.
Is this parade set at a particular? Because I gather that the film progresses.
It's set in the middle.
I mean, I guess what happened at the end before we started recording is based on this
Well,
outfit
from
thing.
what
So,
from what I've heard.
so is a parade set at a particular point in the film?
Don't know.
yes.
So
Yes.
Anna
Okay.
and Olaf are on the ice boat.
Okay.
Elsa's on
on
Anta
her
Holland,
Okay.
and then you got Nook.
Yeah.
Or
This
not.
is very visual for listeners.
So we're just like,
Well, we're describing it quite well.
Yeah.
does that mean like Christoph will just be walking in front?
Christop's in front.
Christoph's walking in front. Yeah.
Because at
I
that
think
point in
Sven's on the back.
Yes. This is.
Did I take a
Okay.
picture at the back? Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Yes, you did. I have a picture of the back.
That means I probably took a picture at the back then. I did take a picture at the back. There he is. Yeah.
Oh,
Sven's
there
on
it
the
is.
back.
Yeah.
Cool.
I wonder if he's gonna move.
I bet he will.
I think he will.
But this float looks expensive.
Like his cousin
That's
at
good.
Animation Celebration.
There's only one Sven.
Of course, there's only one Sven.
I
Well,
just hope they have
He
more
looks
fun with
good.
people.
but he has a big family.
Ooh,
True.
that's interesting. I just found how Elsa gets off her
Yeah,
thing.
there's
There's
stairs.
little stairs on there.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Of course. I
And
mean, she
there's
has to
stair-
get off somehow.
And there's
but-
stairs next to the boat as well.
Are there?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I've got pictures of the stairs somewhere, but you know.
You can see them. There's like built into the rock work.
Oh yeah, there they are.
Oh yeah.
Because when I first saw the concept art of the float, I was like, how are they going to get off this float for the hub show? But now I've seen the model.
I'm surprised I remembered the name of the place, the Anta Holland. Like I was
yeah,
like,
up to
whoa.
Holland
I
and the
mean,
North Thunder people.
Is
My Bay
Olaf
Rider.
just part of the float, or is Olaf the actual character? Olaf?
We believe he is a model.
Okay, so he's not. Yeah, because it looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he
Yeah,
can't.
it's made it.
He
Walk
can
down
be
the stairs.
sick,
Right.
but also like size wise.
He can't move,
Like
right.
you'll notice, like Olaf rarely meets with Anna and Elsa together because
It
her
looks very
size
true.
doesn't work. He's
And
supposed
the
to be like
premieres.
to the waist at the
Yeah.
max.
Yeah, it looks a bit weird.
but it looks fun. I think it's gonna be fun.
And we have 3 snacks.
That we know of. I'm sure there's more. There's probably more. There's
So
gonna
one
be.
of
Well,
them looks
they've already
like
said that there's gonna be themed burgers. So
How
get
do
ready,
you-
Hyperion.
How
mean,
do
that's
you do a frozen themed burger?
It's just going to. Well, most of the Hyperion burgers are cold when you get them anyway.
Is it going to be
So-
blue?
Yeah,
Is the Lucky Nugget gonna have like
There
frozen
is
plates
some
of
reindeer
Norwegian specialties?
But they have said there's going to be a whole range of themed foods. We know 3 of them. There is definitely a burger because they have named it.
What's it
Well,
called?
No, they just
Don't
named
worry, we'll
it. They
get-
said
the burger.
they said in the presentation I was at on Saturday. It was like
To be
there's a
fair,
burger.
like, we
So
didn't
I mean,
talk about
Hyperion
it
on
in the
Khalees
Christmas
probably.
section for some reason, but the Christmas food is really good, so
Oh, yeah.
I have faith in them.
Yeah.
yeah, we talked about it on the last podcast, I think, because we already knew.
The honest snack. So we got to try.
Did you
at
try the Nutella
event-
biscuit, Jeff?
No, I didn't try the Nutella biscuit. Obviously, there's 2 shortbreads. There's Anna and Elsa. Anna is a kind of chocolatey type shortbread, whereas Elsa is vanilla. And in the middle of Anna is strawberry jam, and in the middle of Elsa it's Nutella. And there's 2 biscuits put together, and it is really filling. I had one and I was
They
full.
always do sandwiches. Why can't we just have a biscuit? Why does it have to be a
Because it's kind
sandwich?
of dry and boring.
Yeah, I don't like those biscuits on their own.
Yeah,
they
I'm
need
guessing
the
the
jam.
biscuits must be dry, and that's why they put jam.
Yeah,
and Nutella
to
in between
mask
them.
it.
Yeah, to mask them up.
But I tried the Anna one and I actually liked it. It was really filling because it's 2 biscuits and jam. It's,
Then they'll
it's a pretty
charge like
decent
€7
size.
for
Gee,
that.
you need to like sit down with this. It's like the paw, of doing the jungle season when you had like the
Oh,
giant
yeah.
chocolate paw. I was like, I need to sit down now.
Oh, for me, the cassette in Marvel. I like
The
got halfway.
cassette
I
in
was like,
Marvel was
oh,
so heavy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That one was big. Oh my god. Yeah.
But
I
they're like
remember when
full
we had the
euros.
media event, I had like one for breakfast, one for lunch, and another one after. It's like I think at the other day I was like, if I see one more. of
But
this
usually
thing.
these things sell for about €4, and like if you're saying that you're full after these biscuits, doesn't that make them a decent
To
deal?
be fair, the value of DLP snacks is much better than anywhere else.
There are
like the Phantom
cheaper.
Manor things on sticks. It was like
Yeah.
3 for €4.
$4.99.
And they were quite
Yeah, that's
nice.
cheap.
Yeah, all 3 of them.
snacks in DLP are
No, they
much
were
better
nice.
priced.
I like that. No, I'm not talking about the ones that have like no cake in them. That's a different one.
The Tombstone ones, right?
The Tombstones ones were fine.
The Tombstone
They
ones
had,
were
like,
the ones
because
that
they only
sold-
had
they sold
chocolate
out.
on top,
Mm.
right?
And to be fair, I'm actually a big fan of their new panini maker donut balls.
I'm quite optimistic for frozen snacks. I think it's
because this season's running for
should
like
be
5
okay.
months, so they should have enough if they're going to be selling these snacks for 5 months.
yeah. And I hope that they do a nice meal. I don't know what the burger's going to be. Hopefully, it's better than just throwing some cornflakes in and going, guys, it's Christmas.
Maybe it'll be blue, blue dyed
A blue bun.
Maybe. So
or snowflake like.
so that's that. We don't really know that much
Sprinkles.
actually, but it'll be fun. Maybe, I'm sure we'll be there.
Yeah, we will.
Well,
be.
no, because we've already the show's called like Frozen 2 Into the Unknown or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Which kind of summarizes what we know about this thing.
Yeah. And
Not
there's
much.
Not much.
The costumes are
Even at the press event, they
Unknown.
didn't say much.
the costumes are very pretty, and that's what I'm gonna say.
I thought they would like whip out some of the costumes like in person at a
Well,
press
I
event,
thought
not
what
like
they
some
would do-
sketch video. I mean, it's nice of them, but
Do you think
know.
they've made them yet?
Yes, it's almost December.
They haven't made
I
them.
would have thought that they'd have at least had someone trained up on some choreography and going, here's a sample of some choreography.
Like we had for the Jungle Festival, we had
Right.
Donald and Daisy come out in their costumes. That was fun.
But they literally just sort of went, there's the model outside, here's a video of someone drawing a dress. Oh, great, that was nice.
Great.
Anyway,
But
Star Wars.
I have a lot of hope for this show.
They've never done a bad
Hub
hub
show.
show.
Yeah, no, I'm sure
So
it'll
I'm
be
really-
fun.
should be
Yeah,
really good.
it'll be fun.
The
And it's
hubs will be
Frozen.
really
I mean,
good.
everyone loves Frozen. It's like almost impossible
Yeah.
for this thing to fail.
And the songs are songs. When I've not seen the film yet, but I'm guessing there's songs in it that you want to sing along to. I assumed wrong.
Well, I think
Right, after
they are
listening to
definitely going to use Some Things Never Change. That is a
I
problem.
feel like that's gonna be. He hasn't heard them.
I don't mind.
I feel like I feel
not a
like some.
spoiler.
You can
I
sing
feel
along,
like
it's
some
okay.
things never change with the traveling song.
No, I think they'll do that on the
Oh, I
stage.
understand.
That's a good one to dance along to.
And then the traveling song will be Into the Unknown.
Yeah, probably.
I just want the land.
I'd
We
love,
want to go for T and Arendelle and
Yes.
I'd
Cargo.
love like a little pre-show to Illuminations based on Frozen 2. That would be really
That'd be
fun
really
if they
good.
did that.
I would love.
I'm sure they're not going
I
to.
would love Into the Unknown or Show Yourself in Illuminations.
What,
That would be
Take Out
really
Beauty and the
cool.
Beast just have double Frozen.
Yeah, but it'd be really cool.
Well,
if
we
they do
don't know
something
if we'll have eliminations back then until May.
Yeah.
Oh, is it not happening?
Well, if they like put scaffolding.
When's it confirmed to? Up until.
It's not confirmed out.
Oh, I don't know.
Shall I have a look?
They usually do put a date on it.
Yeah.
What are they going to do then? There's no nighttime show.
There is a nighttime show on 3 nights.
In January.
None of them are weekends.
Oh,
the
the test.
Frozen Lake show.
Yeah, that was a test.
Yeah, the
Respect.
Frozen Lake show. It seems like it could be kind of fun though.
But that means that potentially the only
Let's see what it
nighttime
is.
show in the winter will be the Star
could
Wars
edit
one
that
in the
out, but I won't.
studios.
The spectacularly
well,
sparkly Disney Illuminations show.
Does it say until when?
Usually they put
Legal notice. No.
There's a legal notice.
It'll say in the
Yeah.
brochure.
Yeah, the brochure will say.
Well, I think it's probably safe for the winter season. I think we'd know about it if it wasn't
Yeah.
running in January by now. I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think I'm looking forward to the Frozen season. Maybe
It'll be
not
good.
like hugely, but I think it will be good.
We're,
I think
we're
it'll be
gonna
great.
freeze our asses off, that's for sure.
Well, we did for Pirates and Princesses last year, so
Oh,
wasn't
God.
it?
I mean, at least Frozen fits more in January, February, March
January
than
11,
Pirates and
man.
Princesses did.
Can we have? They probably have it. They showed this off already. If they were to do this, like Arendelle woolly hats, that would be fun.
I don't know what.
Well,
Like
have the same
Arendelle
hats.
woolly hats.
Oh. Okay.
That would be fun. With like the Arendelle
But
symbol.
then we're
and
also
things.
going to be dancing along to this show
Well,
in
they
May.
have the
So-
Disneyland Paris collection featuring Elsa, but it's a very feminine one. But you have the
Yeah.
cape, and you have like
The
all
cape is
things.
really nice.
Yeah, it's wool.
I know. I've seen it
Yeah.
up close and personal.
Yeah.
And the lining is beautiful. It's got the.
Well, you know who
words
bought
and
it.
stuff. Yeah.
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 We can't tell you. We're not allowed to talk about them.
I bought it. Oh, gifted.
Yeah. So good. Star Wars starts a week later, which kind of sucks because you know
Last year it was the other way around. It was Star Wars started on the
Yeah.
11th and Pirates and Princess.
Why
on
don't
the
they just
17th.
start the same weekend? Come on, guys, so we can do both at
Yeah,
once. I'm not going to do
that's-
Star
Who
Wars.
wants to do Star Wars?
Who wants to do Star Wars?
I think it's a logistics thing because they have to de-red the stage in the studios.
Yeah, true.
Fine. So,
Well, not-
Ray is gonna join Chewbacca sometimes.
Or
So
as-
make sure
as
you
the
plan your
headline-
holiday around this sometimes meet.
Or as the line in the press release actually says is, meet Chewbacca and maybe Ray too.
That feels like it's a bit of a disaster.
But doesn't this? Well, no, it doesn't. I was gonna say because you know how like Chewbacca is sometimes busy on the show in production courtyard, so he can't meet.
It's always going to be Ray will always be there with Chewbacca, so Chewbacca is always there, and maybe Ray.
That's ridiculous.
Yes. Anyway,
So
and
I'm guessing Ray might not be there when Ray is in the show.
Well,
But then Chewbacca's
maybe
in the
that's.
same
But
show.
Chewbacca is
But then
in
maybe-
that case as well. So I guess
Maybe there's multiple.
It is very unclear when
it's
Rey
very
will be
unclear what's
there.
going on.
But I guess to me it just says that they don't have many Rey friends, and they can't commit to having.
They have impossible, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway,
But Chewbacca,
I
it's
friends.
just gonna be a bit annoying though, because people are going to queue up and be like, "Well,
Yeah,
I want to meet Rey, so can I just wait here until Rey comes back?"
exactly.
Yeah, Kylo Ren will be in production courtyard,
Not for photos.
but not for photos. He'll be just having a little walk.
He is quite fun in Galaxy's Edge when he's doing that though. He walks around and just like abuses
He
people.
doesn't stop people in
So
the
it's
Galaxy's
fun.
Edge, does he?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't
Ray
stop
and
for
Chewbacca will
pictures.
stop for pictures.
Yeah, but the
so.
stormtroopers and Kylo just walk around and kind of berate people, so it's quite fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
What are you utilizing that data pad for?
And it is the very last season of the Force.
I know, I can't believe they said that.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
See,
It's weird.
we've
that
talked
they-
about this
But they
before.
said Star Wars stories will continue to live on at Disneyland Paris.
Yes, of course. They're gonna like tell you to go to Star Tours. The thing is,
I don't know.
I don't know, or Discoveryland.
Well, they like using that Discoveryland stage a lot these days.
It would be nice to have like the Stormtrooper march around Star Tours and Discoveryland, going to the back of the land. That would
We
work.
did the concept
and,
of Star Tours.
and having like Chewbacca or
Oh!
Kylo Ren.
Have they changed the date of Star Wars Legends of the
11th?
Force?
17.
They have written 11th on the website.
Oh, don't be
They
careful.
wrote 11.
They have written 11th of January to the 15th of March 2020.
Well, be careful because
Oh.
we had this with Marvel.
It was 17 before, no?
No, definitely it was 17.
I do not know anymore.
Oh.
No, it was 100% 17.
Well, maybe we get to see it.
Just, are we gonna go to the studios?
Yes, to see Sven.
Oh yeah, but we can see Sven in Disneyland Park as well.
I'll go to Legends of the Force. I like that evening show.
The evening show is quite good fun.
Oh.
The evening show's good.
It means early 2021 is going to be quite rough. In
But
the studios as
the
well.
evening show-
Well,
good.
I think they'll replace it with something else. I don't think we're going to be.
What movie is coming out? Oh, can we have this season of Raya?
I mean, it's just like, it's always the same thing. I feel like just like Marvel, Star Wars is really shoehorned
Yeah.
onto production courtyard. There's
Yeah.
there's no external theming. They try with the stage, they try with posters, but it just doesn't feel like anything like a Marvel land or a Star Wars land is gonna feel. So it's always kind of shoehorned in there. Like,
They
why is it
can't
in front
have-
of a 1939 hotel? Why is it like across from some Art Deco theater? Like,
Yeah.
it just none of this makes any sense.
And like, let's be honest, the shows aren't even that great.
The Galaxy Far Far Away show isn't very good. The one that
Yeah.
we just walk out on stage,
Yeah, the
stand
march,
there, and then walk.
like
Yeah,
the
the
march is
boring.
gonna go from like Stitch Life to the stage and back 10 times. Like, what's gonna happen? Like,
Kind of march 10 feet, turn around and walk back.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I'm not gonna miss it.
No,
I think-
I don't.
I feel like this season's been going for 4 years now, 5 years, four.
But
Four
they did
years?
what they
4
did.
years.
2016.
And we're in a different era of Disneyland Paris Entertainment now. We've upped our game.
We've
a lot
completely missed this. They have actually officially changed the date everywhere. Even on Inside Ears, they're calling it the 11th of January.
did they change the Inside Ears post and not tell us?
Sly.
It's there. So we've missed this.
I still think it'd be nice to have a Chewbacca meet and greet permanently
Permanently, yeah.
somewhere.
I
don't
feel
know.
like,
Yeah.
from
I mean,
from 10
Stockport
from
should have
10
been.
till 3, it should be Darth Vader. Then from 3 till 7, like
Yeah, just like the
around.
Princess Pavilion.
Yeah.
I still think it'd be nice even in Starport if they switched Darth Vader and Kylo Ren sometimes. Just like they like every.
And I mean, not that many
like more
people
enough
go
to-
see Darth Vader anymore, so you could see Darth Vader in the morning, and you could see Chewbacca or Rey or Kylo Ren in the afternoon, and you get 2 Star Wars meat for the price of 1. And I don't think it would really make such a huge difference when it comes
And
to
the,
like.
the infrastructure is actually also there to have the 2 separate queues for the 2 rooms.
But
I don't know, actually. I don't
Yeah,
think
there's
so.
2
Mm-mm.
brain lanes.
Yeah, but there's no.
here's the thing with
It's only
Legends.
on one side.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
here's the thing with Legends of the Force, right? I think 2 years ago now, the second edition, they had all the Star Wars vehicles. You walked in, you had
That was
the
good.
you had the TIE fighter and the
Yeah.
X-wing on the top of
They
Studio
had the big
One.
that Studio One became the light.
It
type
was
of
really
space.
good. That was a really great idea.
It was
And
the
then
last season of The Force was the good one.
Yeah.
Oh
it
yeah,
was-
because they changed it. Yeah.
Was that
God knows
because
why.
the vehicles weren't theirs or something? Right?
Yeah, so they loaned them from the 501st
Yeah.
Legion.
Yeah.
It's just that the Star Wars season just doesn't. I would never go over for it anymore.
Yeah,
if
just
if
for
I was
it, it's
there, I
not
would go
worth
and
it.
watch. If it was there, I would go and like watch the nighttime show. But I wouldn't bother. with
Same.
anything
I've never
else.
seen the daytime show. Oh, I have. I saw it once because the first year, Season of the Force ran through the summer too.
Oh, bits of it did, not officially.
Oh, not the
Ah,
nighttime
yeah,
show.
the March and
the
Far
state.
Far Away. Yeah, they were on most of the year. But yeah,
So that's Legends of the Force.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
there's not much to say about it.
It starts on the same day as Frozen Celebration now, so
Everyone's gonna be
you will not see much of it online that day.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just basically upload the video from the year before. But yeah, this is the same thing.
I just, as I said, I feel like we're in a different era of DLP entertainment now. We've upped our quality a lot more than the shows that they're offering.
There is something that's important about the Legends of the Force.
What?
The Wookiee cookie is back with new recipe.
Honey, no, they're selling it already in Discovery Land.
No, it's back with a new
The
recipe
new
now.
recipe is already in Discovery Land. I showed Ben.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's boring. Well, the Darth Vader waffle's back too, but that's also on sale.
So yeah. And I had to queue long on the day you got yours for free because they stole the second machine.
Better.
Sorry.
You
Well,
feel
we
very
had-
strongly about this.
No, we had two machines.
You had two, yeah, exactly. And I had that left one in the booth in the park.
Okay.
Right.
It caused so the dome power supply is not really set up for waffle machines and coffee machines, so they trip the power. QLED executives like running around going, guys, we've tripped the power, and these guys can now no longer have waffles or coffees.
Oh boy.
Question time.
Well, there's a few other things. The PhotoPass app has been updated,
Oh, but it's,
made it worse.
it's awful.
but at least
Fix
it
your
fits-
photo pass.
I know.
Why?
I have photos that have disappeared. From
Put it
our
in the
remake.
main app.
They were just like, they emailed me this week and just like went, well, we can't find them, so they've probably been deleted by now. Bye.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Well, should we do questions from the audience then?
What should we just like to explain? It began with just the PhotoPass app. So, do you not get the reference?
No, the PhotoPass app sucks.
No, but do you not get the reference I just
No.
did?
No.
It began with the PhotoPass app. No,
No.
I'll tell you after. So
Well, that was great radio.
to give a rundown, it's been redesigned, cute UI. The photo quality is still awful, but it now arranges your photos by location and not chronologically. So every photo you've had in Meet Mickey will be together. Every photo you've had in front of the castle will be together. So if you want to find a new photo on the app, you have to like try and find the location out of all of your photos, which I'm sure for guests on a holiday is probably fine, but for us AP holders, it's a nightmare.
Right.
Imagine if the Disneyland Paris app could do this.
What a miracle.
What a life that would be.
Wow. Imagine if we had an app that was basically already built that could do all of this stuff.
With mobile ordering.
You call it my Disney Land Paris experience.
Yeah, I mean, that could be it. All right, questions. We're gonna have to go quick
But it's
because otherwise,
built by 100% French
We're
team,
gonna be
so
here
it's
forever.
great.
No Photoshop.
questions from Richard.
Oh, not
Hi, Richie.
Richard from Darlington.
It's from it's for David.
Oh man.
Yeah, you get to chill out for this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at pictures
So,
of Sven.
but please be quick. After experiencing the Disney dining plan in Disney World on your recent trip, how would you like to see the DLP version evolve to be more guest friendly and less confusing for new guests?
We've all experienced the Disney dining
I've
plan.
all-
Well, this is for David, so don't be jealous.
The one in DLP is too complicated, but I think they use it as a way to sell packages now because they give you it for free.
Yeah.
So now they say, oh well, if you pay more to stay at Disneyland Hotel, but you get the full board premium meal plan, which is you can do as many character meals as you want. So I think it's more used as a tool to sell packages now than anything else. But the Florida one's so simple. Like the meals are all either 1 credit or 2 credits. Whereas here it's like, well, you've got the standard ones, you can only eat at these 5 places, or you've got the plus one, you can stay at these 10 places.
Yeah.
The easy way to do it would be to just make the character meals in like in California Grill and all that, like 2 credits, and make all the other meals like all the buffets 1 credit. But
Right.
that would ruin the way they're trying to sell packages, right?
Well, maybe
Because
you could have it so if you stay at Disneyland Hotel, you get.
But
you
isn't
get
that
more
Can-
credits.
Can that not be
Yeah.
more confusing if you do like credits? I mean, I would be more confused about credits if I didn't know anything about Disney.
It's difficult, right? But I think they
gives
market
you
it. They
more
market it as half
flexibility.
board, don't they? And half
Yeah.
board is technically you get dinner, bed, and breakfast.
I think
you
half
get
board you
dinner
get
and
one
breakfast.
meal and breakfast.
And breakfast, yeah. So
one meal. Yeah.
they'd have to change the actual
Yeah, 'cause the
composition of the thing. They'd have to call it a dining plan rather than a half board plan.
Because
Yeah.
the problem with the Disneyland Paris one is there's no quick service. There's like, so the great one in Florida is you get one quick service credit a day,
Yeah.
one table service credit a day,
And a snack.
but in and a snack. But in DLP, you used to get a snack in
You
DLP.
used to get pods gourmands
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it.
But in DLP they only do it for table service. So who wants to eat 2 table service meals a day?
Well, that's the full board one's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You get 2 table service meals
Oh,
a
yeah, I
day
wouldn't
and breakfast.
And that, yeah,
But then of course it's DLP. So if you do 2 table service a day, then that's all you do that day.
exactly.
Because you're in each
Especially,
restaurant for
yeah.
3 hours, and then
But the premium is pretty decent. Like you just look for the premium logo on the menu and just like go, yep, I know what I can have then.
And then but then the problem with
And you
DLP,
did.
I did.
we went to Bistro Jeremy with a just premium voucher.
And we were having like our
Great.
cheap steak and
I
chips,
know.
and he was eating.
And Margaret and I
like,
were having like the poor people food,
yeah,
and
you're having like the
Jeff was
foie
having
gras
like
one.
the Côte de Bœuf or something with like
it was
some fancy potatoes.
glorious.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Our chips are very tasty.
Yeah, we had a,
Yeah.
we had a good meal at Bistro Jeremy actually. It was
Yeah,
really
I had
nice,
a great
though.
experience.
I've always
That
thought
place
it's
is a
nice.
bit hit or miss. I don't know. Last time I went, my steak was disgusting, and this time it was just fine.
I
It
really,
was perfect.
I
yeah.
quite enjoyed it actually. Like it was.
Yeah.
It's not the
And it's only about
Rem-
£28.
the Remy menu's not that expensive. Like €40, I think,
Yeah,
for
I
3
had the
courses.
Gusto menu.
The Gusto menu's a bit more baller, but
For
it's
steak
nice, though.
and everything, it's nice.
It was
But,
really nice.
But I don't know if the American one would work in Paris with the way that Europeans do their half boards. Like, do you know what I mean? It's kind
Yeah.
of marketed to us.
Like my parents would understand half.
There is definitely like in the French culture, like demi-pension, like people know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
If
it's
you
more
just start
cultural
talking
thing.
to them about credit, I think it's a cultural thing also.
I think getting away from the paper vouchers has helped quite a lot as well. You just use the Magic Pass now, don't
Yeah,
you? So
Depending on
that
what
helps.
hotel you're staying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I think also, you know, in Captain Jack's with the premium meal plan, we basically walked in and they went, you can just pick what you want, start the main dessert.
Yeah, the
anything
a la
you
carte
want.
one's quite good.
Yeah.
The places like that. But the other complication is for that is if you like get the premium meal plan, then you have this psychological thing where like, well, I'm not going to go to Plaza Gardens
Exactly.
because
yeah.
I'm technically losing money
Yeah.
because that's a standard one, but you my premium one, so
yeah.
it makes there's quite a lot of psychological barriers.
Disney
in it.
World,
It's a bit
they're a lot
weird.
more generous with everyone can eat everywhere.
Well, Disney World, it's like 90% of the restaurants are all 1 credit.
Credit, yeah.
Oh, the fancier ones are 2 credits, and that's
But
it.
like, if you're crafty, then you spend the credits from like your Universal Day on a
Yeah.
2 credit, so you can juggle it. So you get. Whereas in DLP, if you don't use the voucher, you don't use the voucher
You
for
just
that
lose
day.
it.
You lose
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So it's
But they did not have a window on them, like
So
for your
the-
stay.
In Disney World.
In Disneyland,
Paris,
in
I'm sure
Disneyland
they do.
Paris, they load them all on. You could technically go for 3. If you have a 3
Yeah.
night stay, you could
Yeah.
have 3 meals on your first day, and you could use them all. You don't have to have them one
Yeah.
a day.
Okay.
They just load them. It's from like check in until
But
midnight.
like, if
the day you check out.
you're on the standard plan, you can't like put 2 of your standards together.
No.
No.
Although you
can't
can
do
actually.
it.
You can use them at face value. So you. It's
Yeah,
just
I've done that for
confusing.
brunch and stuff
Yeah.
before. So I mean, the DLP one is probably needlessly a bit too confusing, but I think that they use it to sell packages to people.
Yeah. Like,
Because now-
I've been getting spammed emails every day. Book for next summer for free dining.
Oh, our
Yeah.
best ever offer, I think, is
Yeah.
what they're calling it.
I
Because-
still get mine in Italian.
Because now it's like, oh, if you stay at Cheyenne or Santa,
I know,
so if
but-
you stay at Cheyenne or Santa Fe, now you only get free breakfast with a free
Yes, I
plan.
saw that.
So like, oh, but if you stay at Sequoia Lodge,
You get
you
half
get
board.
plus half board now.
Ah.
So they're basically using it to drive people into the more expensive hotels as
Yeah.
well. So it's obviously a marketing thing. Because I don't think the DLP meal plans make sense paying for them.
No,
Yeah,
I would never
no.
pay for them.
No. Richard has a follow-up question. Should we cancel Galaxy's Edge for the expansion?
It's a tough one.
It's a
And
tough one because I think we're
waiting for Rise of the Resistance.
we're like half and half. I think Elliot, you think too. I think
Depends what ride we're getting.
I
right?
think like,
If we're getting smugglers, then yeah.
but I
Yeah.
feel like the US has proven that people don't really want
want Star Wars.
and maybe we could spend our money on
Well, I
something
think-
better.
I think we'll find out in 2 weeks
Yeah.
Yeah,
how much people want Star Wars. Because if Rise is like a massive hit,
yeah.
because Flight of Passage proved that
It's not the IP.
it's not the IP. So
Rise.
if the attraction's amazing,
Yeah.
the IP doesn't matter as
Yeah.
much. And I think if you get an amazing Star Wars ride, then it's like a double hit. Do you know what I mean?
And
But
Smugglers is cute, but
it's
it doesn't carry the
carry
land.
the land.
It
I
doesn't.
think an Ogre's Cantina in Paris will be quite popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the canteen's
I mean,
too
we'll be
small.
there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the new cafe.
Get the fuzzy on hold for
Be
you.
there
on
drinking. singing with Rex,
Uh,
fifth album.
I think it's difficult to say because we don't know what version of what we're actually getting.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
all of the drawings submitted to the government show the show building for Rise of the Resistance.
And it's like one big show building, isn't it? Pretty much. Like,
Yeah,
we're
but it's
getting
the
Rise
half that has Rise of the Resistance in
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do worry.
I don't.
How we
If we're
got
not
to
getting
that.
smugglers, like that's for me is not the end of the world.
No.
I'm alright with that.
But it's the difficulty getting half a land is that smugglers is like
But it's not even half a land, it's like an eighth of a land. It's
Yeah,
like
it's-
Black Spire Outpost with the attraction.
so it's weird. Are we not getting the market bit? Are we not
Yeah,
getting
that's the nicest part.
a lot? Yeah, it's just weird.
But I can miss the long path down to Rise of the Resistance from Black Spire Outpost, but the market I think is a lot.
The market's quite a big thing.
But I
Are we
think-
getting Docking Bay 7? Are we getting
Yes,
this? Are we
Docking Bay
getting
7, yeah.
Swords
I
and
think
Blood?
they might start small and then expand out. Like that would be fine.
It's just difficult because if you open Smugglers Run in like 2030, are you going to open a ride that's been open for like 11 years somewhere else in markets?
But it might
It's
not be
what we
Smuggler's Run that they expand to. Like it could
Yeah,
be
another-
because they have an expansion pad in Walt Disney World and Disneyland for a third Galaxy's Edge attraction.
need. Yeah, it's just part of me is just like they'll just shove Smugglers Run in
Mm.
because it's an easy thing to do anyway.
We've all seen
Yeah.
how Tokyo Disneyland was constructed.
Yeah.
Next question. We've kind of talked about it before, so we can be quick. Cone.
Coon.
Yeah. Sorry if we butchered your name.
Hi.
How would you compare Animation Celebration to the Frozen sing-along that is offered at DHS?
Much better.
Oh,
But you've not done the one in Florida.
completely different. It's a completely different
Yeah.
concept.
The one in
But I like-
Florida is completely different to the. If you're talking about the DHS one, which is like the Hollywood Studios version,
Yeah.
that is like a million times better than the sing-along that was in Frontierland.
But we have
Really?
nice
Because
sets.
it's got the citizens of Arendelle who are basically like improv comedians.
Yeah, DHS one's
And
very
they're
good.
like the star. It's a completely. I don't think you can really compare them because it's like an improv show with Frozen songs in it.
Ah.
We
Whereas
have
this
nice
one's
sets.
this one's like a really cute. thing.
Yeah,
Well,
ours
like-
is more of a story. I think they're two different types of
Category,
shows. Like it's
yeah.
completely different. It's
But
really
what-
hard.
But we're getting Frozen Land, so nah.
It's two ways. It's two different ways to enjoy Frozen. I don't think you can compare them. I think you can compare all the different sing-alongs, but you can't really compare Animation Celebration.
I hope they take the thing that they do the holiday bit in the sing along in Hollywood Studios. They do the Olaf song from
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
short, and they do
Yeah,
the,
have a holiday version
they,
next
they,
year.
they do the Frozen Fever song. So I think that
Ooh.
if they could
Ah.
incorporate maybe a bit of that into the
That'd be
animation
so easy
celebration
to
next
do.
Christmas. Then
Shout out to Coon because he listens in the car and like you can his like our logo comes up on. The
Oh,
screen.
really?
It's
Oh,
really
alright,
cool.
that's
Yeah.
There you go. Shout out to you. And Mark is asking, why are we not getting the Small World holiday overlay this year?
Honestly, they should do it when they feel like it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's weird,
I think
yeah.
the
That was-
reason is that costuming was very busy with all the new costumes that we're getting this year and early next year, and then they were too busy to install. It takes a lot of time to install that.
It does
install
close
them
for a
at night.
week, doesn't it?
No, they perfected
do it
it
overnight,
recently.
so you get them to pop up over a few days. But yeah, it's cute. It's
I'm
too
sad.
bad. Yeah, it's too bad they don't do it because
I didn't know they didn't do it. I was I was in the park last week and I was like, wow, I must do the Christmas Small World.
yeah.
But
Patrick
clearly
went
didn't
on
have to.
purpose and came back very disappointed because he was hyping himself with the music for the
Oh.
past week.
yeah,
And
'cause the song's really cute. Like,
It
it's
wasn't.
Jingle
It
Bells
wasn't
for
the
Small
happiest ship that ever sailed.
no, well, yeah, it's not this
Honestly,
year. I
these
think,
days I go to the LP and I do one attraction.
and you know, and
over
some
4
and
days.
a few people replied on the tweet as well. And I think it is a question of like budget, time, maintenance. It just wasn't, and also it was never really advertised. It's never really been
But it
for a
never has
while
been.
on the. On
I
the
feel like
page,
it
so-
happens every other year.
But it's
like
really
randomly.
nice. It's a really nice little thing. It's the
Yeah.
only overlay we get all year as well, by the way.
Yeah, so please do it next year.
Bring it back.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Cool. So that's a good one from Disneyland Paris guest. Hello. What could be the next announcement of DLP that would surprise you positively?
We're closing the park. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I would like.
We're airlifting it to London.
Please.
The Paramount Park is now Disney.
At this point, for me, that would really surprise me if it was soon. Would be an Adventureland attraction,
Yeah.
and I'd be
I would
like,
be
"Wow,
stunned if they did.
finally!"
A new ride for
Or like Runaway Railway or something.
a new ride for Disneyland Park, or they say we're switching hyperspace back to Laloon.
Well, that
Guys,
is
we
another
fixed the
question.
railroad.
Actually, that is a question from Ben, not me. Do you think Space Mountain should go back to its old overlay of Mission 2 when hyperspace is taken down?
No, 1.
Go back to the original.
Yeah.
I don't think they
It's
will.
never going to go
Don't
back
say
to the
never.
original one. No, it's going to go back to a sort of Mission 3, I think, which will be a mix of the 1 and the 2.
I really hope they
Yeah.
can just fix the canon.
It's a tough one because
I know it's really
the problem with the
complicated.
canon is like the mechanical parts. It's
Yeah.
like, weather exposed, and it's like rusty now.
I know
Plus,
it's
Like
difficult.
it would take like replacement of the entire
In the
units.
surveys, guests asked for Star Wars representation.
Yeah, people love Star Wars. So as long as so
we
if
were
you
saying-
ever polled, please say that you hate Star Wars, so we
Yeah.
can, so they get
Say that you're a huge fan of Jules Verne.
yeah, Jules Verne.
I think the thing is a lot of people just don't care. The
Yeah.
Yeah,
average
of
guest
course.
just wants to go on the fun
Yeah.
upside down roller coaster that's
Yeah.
in the big mountain.
Yeah, they wouldn't even care if it's Star Wars or not. They care
Space
now because they've been
Mountain.
told it's
Yeah,
Star Wars.
yeah.
Space Mountain has an international brand anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, like all the other parks had Star Wars, and now it's gone, and we just sticking with it. But it's a great tool for marketing because obviously it's included with Season of the Force and all. But Season of the Force is
Dead.
not going to return, and also it is the 25th anniversary of the attraction in June 2020. So
AP night.
let's do AP night. I mean, first
Why not? They could
AP night with the music of the original would probably sell out in an hour.
Just turn,
Yeah.
just turn
And
turn up and turn up.
yeah.
right, I mean,
Yeah.
just put that music
No,
back
because
on.
we want the 90s throwback night. That was the one that we all asked for in the poll.
Yeah,
I think one day they're going to do that 90s night.
but also
I think
like,
they're
could
gonna
this
do
be a chance to like unveil a new version of Space Mountain for the 25th anniversary?
The best time for them to do a 90s throwback night, if they were ever to do it, would be this December one that they're insistent because of other obligations to do in December. So you do it on a Thursday night, you announce as a 90s throwback, and then you say, but by the way, guys, there's also going to be original Space Mountain music, and everyone goes, I don't care, it's a Thursday, I'm there.
That's what
Yeah.
happened with the Dreams effect.
Yeah.
Question from David Turner. Can we say last names on this? Yes.
Who's on that Twitter?
He says, not so much of a question, but could we have a bit of behind the scenes from DRP Report, who everyone is, and perhaps a little bit about the choice split from the 1892 people in the ads? Good choice, by the way.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to sit back and relax.
Love
for
you
this
already,
one.
David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing to
Well,
Nothing to contribute here.
no, I
Come
mean,
on, Dan,
I'll be
off you
quick.
go.
I'll be quick. I've had many fun years with 1892, and I've been living my life on Twitter, which has always been quite separate from the French side of things, of Facebook and the website and other parts of the group. And I've made a lot of really good friends through 1892. Some really talented people who go to the parks all the time and have been going to the park and taking wonderful photos. And Jeff, stop playing with Bruni. I'm trying to be serious. And in recent months, especially since the summer, an increasing number of people were very unhappy with the way they were treated by the group as a whole on the French side, and work not being appreciated, and just like a bad atmosphere. And a lot of people have been thinking of leaving, and I wasn't really originally thinking of leaving, but a lot of my friends wanted to, and I was also very frustrated by some decisions that I've made recently, like the shopping service and just like editorial on Facebook, lots of things that added up to this decision to be made. So we decided to there's about 10 of us who were all from 1892 previously. We weren't happy with our group, and so we decided to just break free and create our own thing. And now we have some new values, if I can call it that, of everyone's being very included, and we're all friends and we all know each other, and there's no secrets and nothing. It's just very much of a fun adventure. Everyone contributes what they can, what they want, and how they want it, and so it's really fun. We're having a really good time. I can't believe it's only been a few weeks. It feels like we've been around for
Years.
ever for some reason. So that's the story. So there's no 1892 continues to do their own thing, and we do ours. So everyone's free to follow who they want to follow, and
I just
So we
realized we've done 2 podcasts in a month as well.
yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
normal.
But we try to do quality photos, interesting posts, and not
I
just
think
like
since you broke away, like you're now using a lot more DSLR photos. And
yeah.
things.
And we try to do posts when something's interesting, not just like throw anything that we get from the parks on Twitter or Facebook or anything. I feel like there's definitely some editorial work that needs to be done, and that's not necessarily done at all the levels of WDNA2. And that's just, that's the reason also why a lot of people are disappointed, because we want to make something interesting and newsworthy and or pretty. But if there's no reason to post something, then we're not going to post it. So, yeah.
Follow at DLP Report on all platforms.
Exactly.
For quality Disneyland Paris news.
I mean, if they're listening to this, they're probably already.
Yeah. So,
I also just want to do a random shout out. Thank you for everyone over the past few weeks in the parks who said hi to me.
again, you already did that on the last podcast, Elliot.
No, because since I said it, more people have done it.
This is like the Elliot fan club, this podcast.
But please, if you see me in the parks, I love chatting to all of you. A few of you came up on my last trip at Frozen Celebration, and it was so nice chatting to you all. So,
I mean,
thank you.
Especially if you're cute, give him your number.
If you do come up to Elliot, he will raise this again in the next podcast.
Yeah,
So,
I'll give you shout outs.
if you like,
Oh,
this,
exactly. Yeah. So anyone who meets Elliot,
If you like the
gets
sex-
to get the name
I'm
on
at
the
DL
podcast.
I'm at DLP every week anyway, so
Oh, you're gonna get a reputation from that.
If you see me in the parks, please don't say hi.
I'm really awkward.
It's not the Scottish way. Don't say that. Question from Marco. Is anything more known about the village development? Is it just refurbishing store, or will there be an expansion?
98.2%.
So,
so
you're gonna say that.
in the blueprint submitted to the local council like years ago, they've said their long-term
Oh, but
plan.
they scratched this.
No, they haven't.
Yeah.
The
They
second-
said that they developed a plan and then they went, don't like it.
No,
Yeah.
no, as
Well,
no,
the
no,
plan
no,
went back
not
to zero.
thematically, but as in
Okay.
structurally. So the structural plan was there was going to be a second street leading up from Rappiano, and they'd meet, and it'd be a Disney Village triangle.
Yeah, that was always the idea. I don't know whether they're still doing that because they've built a ton of infrastructure now.
But then that plan also said they were going to have an Art of Animation hotel. So
Yeah, they've built a ton of infrastructure that kind of blocks that.
like the Ariel
So-
station.
So what we know about we don't really know it. Well, I mean, we know it, but we're not. Anyways, that was confusing.
That
Sorry.
was amazing.
That was confusing. The giant tower things. What are they called? Those big pillars.
Pillars.
Well,
Yeah.
they're coming
Yeah, the
out.
pillars.
These are going to go, and I think there's going to be a lot of facade changes and refurbishment and resurfacing of the road, and also what we've seen recently with the stores.
There's new
So, like, the
lots
candy-
of pop-up stores.
Yeah, and the candy shop became a princess store, which is a test for a full-blown princess store, probably with Bitty Batty Boo boutique.
Yeah.
And
The Lavender store's doing trials. The
Yeah.
Hard Rock is
The Hard
doing
Rock,
trials.
the Hard Rock
Disney
is like
Fashion
not an accident.
Junior.
Disney Fashion Junior,
yeah.
so Disney Fashion is going to
But
get
I
a
mean,
whole like
everything
thing.
that they're trialing does look great. to
Yeah,
be
it does.
fair.
I mean,
It's,
the Hard Rock Cafe is like so deliberate. It's so
Yeah,
obvious that's what they're
it's
trying.
so obvious,
It's not. It's
yeah.
not like not an accident that you just have like a merch shop for Hard Rock Cafe in the middle
Yeah.
of the village.
See, the thing with the village, though, I think, is whilst the shops and things are really good and all of that, the village really needs good places to eat.
Yeah.
And good places if they're insistent on closing the park at 7 p.m. in the winter, I need something to do for a few hours, and that's
I
not
want a
just
bowling alley.
Well, we used to have one, but no one went. So
Yeah, there used
they
to be
got rid of
one.
it. There used to be where Vapiano is, the upstairs.
Yeah.
I prefer Rappiano.
Yeah.
But nobody used it, so they shut it down. But I want things like maybe a cocktail bar, like a Trader
tiki
Sam's
bar.
type idea.
Trader
A
Sam's.
jazz club.
A jazz club would be good too,
Can we
like
get
just somewhere.
Trader Sam's DLP style.
Yeah.
Please.
I need a few places where I can have a meal, and a few places where I can go out for a drink,
Yeah.
and a few places, where I can shop as well, for sure.
Is it controversial to say it'd be good if the cinema showed more films in English?
Yeah.
As well.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's controversial. I got an answer though as to why this didn't happen once.
Is it because of all the locals go there?
Yeah, so the idea is that they just felt that there's not enough demand for it.
But I know a lot of French people that don't go to the one in the village that live in Val d'Europe. They go into like Paris to go to the cinema because they want to watch the films in English. They
Oh
don't
no!
want to watch
But
the
so
dub
a
play.
few months ago, they opened the cinema in Val d'Europe. There's a new cinema that now shows films in English. So
But it's
we-
small, no?
Yeah, well, it's not small.
It's the one that's by the ROAR entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But that Gourmand should show some stuff in English for sure, because I think
Like at least one theater, don't they have a dozen in there?
they have 12 or
IMAX,
13,
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Especially when like Frozen 2's out or like
Right.
Rise of
But they
Sky-
do it for
Especially
Star
again in
Wars and
winter.
Marvel.
Well, they do it in any
Yeah.
film in the IMAX screen gets
Yeah.
an English showing at least one a day. But when the park closes at 7, again, like you need something to give people something to do.
I was at Disneyland Paris when Toy Story 3 came out. My parents wanted to take us to see it at the Gourmand, and we tried to go, but we couldn't because it was in French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a nice annual pass discount though if you do go.
Oh.
About 20 something%.
That's pretty
Oh.
good.
Character questions.
No, can I finish about the cinema? I love being in Vapiano when there's an IMAX showing because you're sitting there eating your pasta and you just hear the rumbling of the walls.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay.
It's
That, like Olaf would say, that's unsafe.
yeah.
Character questions. What do you think about the meet and greet experiences? The mix of purpose-built areas with queue times, the booking system in Library, and the ones dotted around the park. Is there a preferred structure for you? Do you think other system would work better than ours?
Oh, boy.
Incorporate it into the app.
I think we need more fixed meet and greet locations that have additional opportunities to meet the same characters.
Right. So
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So several rooms. Basically, like we need more Meet Mickey. The Princess Pavilion needs to have more
We need.
because it's a very popular thing.
My issue is that I don't want to lose an attraction to get a proper Princess Pavilion.
Oh,
That's my other thing.
absolutely.
I don't want
Yeah.
to shut Snow White.
I
or
think they
Pinocchio.
should
No,
use
no.
the
I
expansion
want that.
pads that was going to be the Beauty and the Beast show.
No, but then we lose the space where we could potentially have a new land or a new
I
attraction.
think the Princess Pavilion should be the entrance, and then you should have a tunnel that goes under the railroad and takes you to a big
There
show
is
building.
plenty of room back there to
And
do
then
it.
you get a
room
show
back
building in the
That's
next
good.
to Small World. You just go. You just like it would be a lot of work, but you know what? We've closed the railroad for years, so we're not like an extra year is not going to change, right? So you just
I don't know. We might have some more biscuits out of it.
like biscuits.
There's this weird rumor that once went around that because they give insiders biscuits, the railroad's closed.
Ah,
I was in
yes.
an inside joke in a WhatsApp chat.
No, someone actually said it on
I
Twitter.
think it's on Twitter. Or maybe
I think
the
the
inside
ones-
joke has gone viral.
The ones started around the park work, but they do have to keep moving them around because, like the old mill, once two princesses were coming there every day at the same time, then people realize, and then it creates a lot of chaos when it comes to guest flow.
I loved that thing they did in the summer where they had the villains meeting with the heroes.
Yeah, that was good, but that didn't last.
I don't get it because I can join a queue in an American park and it's exactly the same amount of people in front of me as a DLP one, and it takes like a third of the time to get to the front, and I don't
So
feel like
there's
Yeah.
several reasons for this. It sounds ridiculous, but at each meet and greet, it might take 10 to 15 seconds for the character to work out what language the guest is speaking. And if they're doing that for every group of people, then like it does add extra time.
I feel like we do. Guests in Paris do this thing where they're like, okay, child one, go for your picture. Now child two, go for your picture.
Yeah.
Oh, now we will do the whole family, but now without the adults, please. Now with just this one, and now it just takes a lot of
I
time.
think it's
But you can't tell people you're not allowed to do that.
it gets self-fulfilling as well because people wait so long that when I get to the front from a DLP, I'm like, well, I'm getting interaction time. Like I'm spending my time with this character because I've waited like an hour
Yeah,
to do this.
yeah.
And then that means that it takes longer because everyone's taking a long time with the character because the queue's been so long, and it just kind of.
And also in the
spirals a
American
bit.
parks, Disney World more so, you rely more on the photo pass.
Yeah, so I don't
So-
even use my phone at
Exactly.
Disney World.
Yeah.
and again,
That
as
takes
you say,
time handing it to the person. Oh no, that it's locked, or quick, let's unlock it. Oh,
Yeah,
here's the
it's
photo. You know.
And also American parks, especially at Disneyland, for example, have many more attractions. So you have a lot of other things to do than characters. So characters become a less important part of your day. Whether in Paris, if you've done most of like the main rides, and let's face it, there's like 2 per land. You just start like looking for other things to do, and so a lot of people tends to gravitate to the characters. And also the European attitude towards characters is a lot more of like a mobbing. They see a character, they run to him and grab him and stuff, and it's a bit more aggressive, I think.
I think we also have, it's just different crowds. So at Disneyland in Anaheim, it's a local crowd. They don't need to go see the characters because they're largely the same ones over and over and over again. Walt Disney World, you've got a lot of repeat visitors. But in Paris, I don't think you do have a lot of repeat visitors.
I wonder why.
I think a lot of people... No, I don't think it's a question of quality. It's a question of, well, it's expensive. Because it is really expensive now.
Yeah.
It's expensive, so maybe I'll go once, maybe twice while my kids are of that age, and then that's it. Like, I will go maybe once every 5 years. I'll go when they're 5, and I'll go when they're 10, and then we're done.
Yeah.
I don't know if making characters some kind of reservation only is the answer. I think that just annoys people more.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
good
I mean,
for people that
Lamberty
get-
definitely like frustrates a lot of people. I was frustrated.
Yeah.
And you get it, you feel like you've won the
It's
lottery.
really stressful
but,
because you're like, I'm here for 2 days. I
Yeah.
really want to meet Jack Skellington. So you're sitting there refreshing. If you don't get it, then you just can't meet them.
Yeah.
It's not even like,
Yeah.
okay, you haven't got one. You can join this standby queue,
Yeah.
and we'll fit you in if there's a space kind of thing. There's just no option at all. So yeah.
There's a follow-up question. We can just go quickly around the table. Who is your favorite meet and greet character? I'm a classic guy. I'm a big fan of meeting Donald and Pluto.
Donald Duck's usually a lot of fun.
No, as in like I'm talking about like interaction and fun. You know, I'm not talking about like who is the rarest one or like the most you know.
Oh yeah, I get that.
And like Chip and Dale, I feel like the classic characters are so much fun to meet because they have like so much interaction. Sometimes like more rarer characters maybe are not as experienced in meeting guests. They haven't met many of them, and so you may have like a bit less of a good interaction. I don't know.
My favourite character to meet is usually Donald Duck, because my favourite character in general. My favourite single character to meet was the Llama Cuzco at Fan Days. I've never seen him again.
Yeah.
But I've had some really good face characters at DLP as well. Like DLP has some awesome like Gaston, and that's usually hilarious.
I enjoy meeting Aurora and Philip. That one time.
Oh, I've been Princess.
I just enjoy meeting Mickey. There's something fun about meeting Mickey every time. Like,
Careful, don't upset anyone.
Exactly. I love meeting Baymax. That was very fun.
okay, we're going for a rap.
I love to meet Chip and Dale, also very fun, and Mickey's fun as well. But I also love meeting any kind of princess, any prince, and Mary Poppins.
So every character.
I like.
So you like
go through the
everyone.
list.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to meeting Santa Stitch. Like, I'm really looking forward to that one.
And the Phantom, you like meeting the Phantom?
The Phantom
Question-
from Disney was very good.
Question from Chris. With the Lion King experience being a big success, how come in your eyes they haven't done one for the Frozen season?
There's not
Question.
What was the question?
There's not
You
enough
know the
stuff.
Lion King experience when you got to meet Explorers Mickey
Oh,
and
honey,
like,
don't like.
why don't they have?
Oh, so I put
Don't-
Anna and Elsa behind a paywall. And
We
say
only
pay
found
$200.
out about the Lion King one probably 3 weeks before the
Oh, that's
season.
true. They might still do
No,
it. Why?
they promoted the Lion King experience from
But
Jen.
they're okay. But I think every time they've done these experiences, it's always been during the summer season.
That is also true.
So I feel like it might be a summer season thing.
Well, just because more people there.
Yeah.
But
Also-
I think a Frozen experience would be great. Though.
Yeah, it would sell
Actually,
so
meet
well.
Anna and Elsa.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
200
I would buy it. I would stay on site and buy the
pay
packet.
it.
€200 a person, meet Anna and Elsa, and get.
You know, you could have like, you can have your exclusive Frozen mug, and you can have a Frozen souvenir. We're gonna put an Olaf in your room and stuff like that. Like that kind of stuff's good.
I think it's like
So
I don't know if they
easy.
get quite a lot of negative response if you just put Anna and Elsa behind a paywall
Yeah.
to meet them though.
They
It
would.
was the same, but I think people at Marvel got over it
Yeah.
when it was
But
Marvel
I think
season.
Anna, there's people are quite like Anna and Elsa. I don't know why DLP are like. Yeah.
Sorry, I
Sorry.
didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, sorry.
I was like, I was preparing my next question.
We're
I
done.
want to meet Anna and Elsa. And
I want to meet Anna and Elsa in the travelling costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you're being very specific.
I want to meet them in their new outfits. Oh, yeah, I have.
So, question from Seppo Sepp. What happened with the Disneyland Railroad and when is it going to reopen?
So I'll answer this in brief. So during the construction of the studio theatre, not studio theatre,
Chaparral.
the
Frontierland.
Frontierland
Frontierland
Theatre,
We'll get there.
the tracks
Big
were
box.
damaged and taken away to allow the construction to be possible. Well, no, because they had to remove the tracks to allow the construction vehicles to
Well, I
get
drove
there.
over them a few times first.
So, because Frontierland Theatre wasn't finished to the deadline in the summer, they're still actually finishing it now, so they can't fix the tracks until the construction's finished.
But it's going to be finished, I think, by the end of the year. But then we run into winter season when the railroad is usually closed. So currently, I think April 1st is the estimate for the railroad because they close for operational reason. They think that guests are too cold and don't want to be on the railroad, even though Jeff wants to.
I want to be on the railroad.
Um,
No, I do. Like, I think it's a really important part of the park. It makes
It
things
is.
a lot more kinetic and a lot more.
Exactly, kinetic, yeah. And like, you just see it everywhere. When you're on the Molly Brown, you see it go around
Yeah.
from
When you're in
Disneyland.
Discoveryland.
When you're waiting for Small World, you see it go through the small, and then you go through Pirates, and you see it like coming to Main Street Station. Gives a purpose to the whole building. So
For a couple of months, it's fine. A couple of months a year, it's really fine. Like, it's okay. But when it's been more than a year, it's such a big part of the history of Disney parks that it's just really sad that it's not there.
It's been a bit short-sighted because they didn't think, to park one in the Main Street station.
Yeah, I think people would have liked that.
Because that's what they've been. That's what they're doing in Disney World.
So you can go and look at and meet the drivers.
Disney World
and-
one's shut because Trotton. But they've parked one at Main Street and it's open for like 9 till 5. You can go up and have a look around the train still and stuff. Like,
Yeah, that's a great
that would be
idea.
good. Just do something like that.
And not to get cliche, but like Walt loved trains, and
Yeah, exactly.
The last thing I did.
It's so sad that Shanghai didn't get a train.
You know, the whole thing was, like he said he wanted all this stuff, and then there should be a train around the outside.
Yeah.
Like,
We get a last minute question from Magic News DLP. If a new small scale land was to be developed for Disneyland Park in a lot of Critter Country, Toontown, etc., what would you like to see happen? An IP based concept, or a concept based more on the idea of a theme, place, and period in time?
I would choose.
That's a wide question.
I know what I want.
Montanui
I think,
in
but you know,
Adventureland.
I think Paris, because it's Paris, could really use the Beauty and the Beast land from Tokyo. That'd be really nice.
Montanui in Adventureland.
You want what?
Montanui.
Like a
Monte what?
Polynesian.
Montanui.
Oh, is that the
Moana.
Moana? Yeah, Moana in Adventureland.
I'd like something Toontowny with like a classic sort of like the Runaway Railway.
Where's
That'd
it
be
gonna
good.
be?
Just Disneyland's Toontown. Just put that in.
Yeah,
I think that's a fun land.
Yeah, I'll
I
put
think
that in
that's
there.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
It's very 90s in a lot of places, but it's like a really cute land. And
I think you can bring it up to date and have some fun with it, but
I actually prefer the 90s aesthetic to the.
well, you would still have
yeah.
like all the key elements. Like you'd have Donald's house, but you'd have Mickey's house, but you can just do something with it that makes it look a bit more like it's new and modern.
Where would they put
Well,
the
like in
beacon?
California, they're gonna have the
Yeah, exactly.
railway
Yeah.
go through one of the
The
former
El
shops
Capitan.
of which that shop is not needed.
No.
And so that's gonna be the
It's
entrance.
also fun stuff though.
What's going to be
Yeah.
the entrance?
Hmm?
What, a shop
It's
next
gonna
door
be
to
like
the
one of
railway?
the shops in Toontown in
Yeah.
Disneyland is gonna
Oh,
turn
yeah,
into the
yeah,
entrance to
yeah.
the attraction. They're just gonna probably use that to shuffle people in through the show building in the back, I guess.
Well, no, they're stripping it. They're knocking the shop down and building a theatre.
Yeah, the facade.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, they need more
Oh,
space.
yeah.
Like, it's gonna connect to.
Well, they knocked
something.
down the building. The facade came down because the building came down.
Oh yeah, we're talking about that. Oops. Yeah, I think this is all the questions that we had.
That's what happens when you have cardboard cutout scenery.
Oh boy, are we gonna have an episode before the end of the year?
Well, you guys have to talk
After
about
the
episode,
AP night.
yeah.
After the AP night? Okay,
Yeah.
so
It would have
like
to be midweek, though, wouldn't it? I think.
We can do
We'd have to
that.
record. This is
maybe
like
this is
this
like
is too logistics.
there might be a weekend after the 12th.
No,
No.
because it's the 20th.
Ah,
Christmas.
Christmas is gonna be tricky.
Well,
You guys
yeah.
could just review the AP night after.
We will do it in the park and send you the files.
Well, on the 20th, I'll be at the Inside Ears Christmas party.
You could do.
Oh, the railroad's going to close for another month.
It'll be fun.
You could do drunk cast from.
And if you have if you have some toys, guys, you can give me toys. I can give them for you
Okay.
Yeah.
if you want.
Everyone's going to give away Brunies, aren't they? Because they're cheap.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna bring Christoph. I'm gonna bring a
Like
Christoph
€9
plush because they're
or
so cute. I kind of want a Christoph plush. Anyways, that's our show for today's. We're over for today's. Today,
today's. This is it for today. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah. Can you imagine if we did one show a day?
We would run out very quickly of stuff.
I
to
don't
talk
know, because
about.
we can ramble for hours. Let's
Well, we
face
can
it.
ramble, but like there would
Yeah.
be no news content.
Well, we're gonna leave you now because we're gonna watch the third episode of Imagineering Story, Brag,
On Disney Plus.
on Disney Plus, which is about Disneyland Paris. So
which is available in the UK from March the 31st.
we're gonna brag. We're gonna brag. We're gonna brace for the Disneyland Paris story.
But no, but next week is the Walt Disney Studios Park.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. So this week might not be so bad. All right. Well, thank you guys all for listening. And if you
clapping our
haven't,
listeners?
you're clapping. Yes,
Well
thank
done.
I
you.
love to listen. I'm the
Congratulations for
spokesperson.
making it to the
I'm
end.
the spokesperson for
Drag
our
your license,
listeners.
Elliot. Obviously we have new feeds, so if you're not subscribed, you can find it on the tweets
You're probably not listening to this.
and on our no, because you can listen to it without subscribing. So
Sure.
don't forget to subscribe so you know when new episodes are coming out, and you can find it on our website tlpreport.com and on Twitter and all that. Thank you for listening, guys. You're already on your phones.
Sorry.
Thank you for being on the show.
We're gonna let Ben do his
I know,
goodbyes.
my monologue. Thank you for being on the show and thank you for listening. And we'll be back with a new episode very soon.
Bye.
Bye bye.